Welcome to the stream, everybody. How you doing? What's going on? Ooh, it's a big day. No, it's not. It's not. I was thinking about this a little while ago. I always start the stream with, we're going to keep it light today. We're going to keep it different today. But if I do that every single stream and it's nonstop, that it's just every stream is a let's keep it light. Let's just do the normal stuff. We're going to keep it normal. Like, what is the opposite? Like, what is usual? What am I warning people about? It's like eventually it's going to be off the wall. We're going to do crazy stuff. It's not like I do that very often. I just do normal streams that are on schedule. Do the thing that I said I was going to do. Off we go. Right? Not that big. Not really that big of a change. Today we're going to be doing Hob. That's the game we're going to play. And if you don't know what Hob is, it probably means you're new. And we played Hob about a year. When did I play Hob? A long time ago. A year, maybe more? Hey, Calistar, good to see you. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. I played Hob like a year ago. And we'll come back to it. I've been meaning to come back to it for a long time. I got stuck is the problem. So I want to come back and see if I can get unstuck. Today I'm tired, bro. It's a sleepy, difficult day. The weekend was rough, and so I'm just like, hold on. So I'm a full-time streamer, so this is my job. So if you gotta go to work, you gotta go to work. So you get to work and you do your thing. And so make the plan, do the thing, do the Devo, do the chat, do the game, go through, do the stream, right? You gotta. And it's just for me anyway. I feel more tired today than I have in a long time, and it's not like I did a bunch of stuff, as in like it's about like a physical exhaustion. I slept okay. I'm just tired, just existentially exhausted today, and so we're gonna I know. Yeah, well, thank you, Callie. I appreciate that, and I know you guys know what that's like. The things are all right, you know, like you had breakfast, you got up, you did stuff. I just knew today was a little off because I was sitting there on the couch. I got up at a little later than usual, and then I was sitting on the couch and I just had my phone in my hand. I don't know if you ever do this. You ever do this where you're just kind of sitting at your phone and you just swipe to the right and then you swipe to the left and then you swipe to the right and then you swipe to the left, and it's like you're not doing, you know what I mean? Well, that's exactly showing up. The ministry of presence, or the blessing of showing up. You can't get the blessing and you can't have a thing happen to you that's good if you don't show up. So yeah, I've definitely learned that. But I don't know if you ever do that. You just sit, and I knew that as soon as I sat down on the couch, and it was solid 8-10 minutes where I was just kind of sitting there, and I didn't look at it. Launch an app, close it, launch an app, close it, look, swipe, whatever. Just, the eyes get fuzzy, and you're not even looking at anything anymore. You're just kind of sitting there, and I'm like, man, I think I'm just tired today. Holy mackerel! I don't know what's going on, but we'll see how it goes on stream. let's just start and see what happens. That's kind of it. Honestly, sometimes that's all you need to do. Like the not motivation. What's the word? Momentum. But the momentum can't start unless you get started, right? Hi, New Beginning, how are you? And hello, Ukulele, how are you? So yeah, we're getting started. That's the mission today. And like Kelly said, you show up, right? You just show up. And if I'm willing to do that, and I'm willing to say, God, whatever you want to do, whenever you want to do it, however you want to do it, I'm just here. And I'm here. And if you want to work, great. And otherwise, I'm just gonna kind of hang out and do my best to not be a bummer for you guys, but at the same time to let you know, because I always promised. Yeah, I was promised that I would I tell you guys the truth. One of the things that I have going for me is the willingness to tell the truth, and so I'm not gonna lie to you. I try not to be a super bummer. Like I get it. You don't want to show up to a place where someone is like, oh, I'm miserable today, and I'm miserable today, and I'm miserable today, and every day is miserable. You don't want that. And I'm not miserable. I'm just tired. just existentially exhausted. Hi Xanadu. It's and really sometimes Calistar, they really don't. A lot of people won't say that, right? It's if you tell someone you should push through, have you tried, going outside? Maybe you should consider getting some exercise. Have you tried not eating, drinking all that coffee or whatever? The slapback is going to be, don't you understand I have a mental illness? Don't you understand all these excuses? Don't you understand how I grew up? Don't you understand all of my mental health issues? That's why I can't. And it's almost impossible to argue with. Because what are you gonna do? Tell the person to, suck it up? Like you can't suck up a mental illness. But there is something to be said for just getting up and being like, you know what? I'm just gonna show up anyway. I don't feel like it. I don't know how it's gonna go. Things aren't super awesome, but I'm gonna show up anyway. And that's the best I can do. It's an act of obedience. It's an act of hope. It's an act of discipline. It's an act of expectation. And it's the only thing that will allow for anything to happen. Because if I was talking to myself, right? Hi River, good to see you. Maybe so wake up 3 hours early and plan to do that for the rest of the week. Oh yeah, 3 hours is a long time. Dang, why are you doing that? Holy macaroni. I'm sure it's for a good reason. Yeah. So, but like you can't connect to people. Like, just God can't work if you're not there. I was sitting on the couch and I was thinking, so what are you gonna do instead? Right? Right? Like flip. Like, is this the plan today? You're just gonna stare at your phone, sit on the couch, and that's it? Or like, well, no, that's obviously not the right thing to do. And so, well, just get up and go. Like, the choice is either I sit here or I stay here and I hang out with you guys. We talk about the Bible a little bit. We do the thing, and then we play a game, and then I'm good for the day. I've done my thing. Or I go sit and watch anime. What kind of example is that to the kids? What kind of example is that to anybody? Like, it's there's no better alternative. I wouldn't go to sleep. I wouldn't like go cook or clean or anything, right? Like, so it would just be me being hedonistic and self-indulgent, which doesn't lead to anything positive. So yeah. Because I need to not sleep for the rest most of the day. Yeah, I hear that. How's Denalid today? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I hear you. I'm not a sleeper. Like, I used to be, like, but back, I think every young man, I'm guessing, has the whole, can sleep for 16 hours or stay up for 25. Like, it's just the if you want to sleep, you sleep, and you can just keep sleeping. I'm not that anymore. I don't really have the I want to sleep till noon thing. If I go past 9 whatever o'clock, I usually feel pretty crappy. It works against me. You know what I mean? Like, even if I start at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, if I sleep till 10, I don't wake up feeling better. I wake up feeling worse. So if I get up at the usual time and whatever, then at least I get through the day. You throw some coffee down your throat, and you get yourself distracted by whatever you're supposed to be doing that day, and then you're good. Like, it'll just happen. Yeah, you can't do that too many days in a row. Like River said, right? Just deciding not to sleep for 3 extra hours every single day is gonna affect. Hi, Dragon Eddie Bear. Good to see you. Plans to stay up from 8 a.m. until 11 p.m. going forwards. That's a great set of hours. Now, obviously, everybody has a different vibe. Like, some people are nighttime people, some people are daytime people, some people are, they peak after supper. Some people peak first thing in the morning. Like, it's just, everybody's different. So knowing yourself and just realizing the reason that I sleep in so much isn't because I'm that person, right? Just going, you know what? It's because I'm being lazy and self-indulgent and embracing, something I shouldn't be embracing. I'm going to add some obedience, add some discipline to my life. And in doing so, we'll hope to, make things better. And I saw a funny comic a little while back that was like God. Okay, I'm going to create some people that will peak in the evening and some people will peak in the morning. And then, boy, will they ever get some stuff done. And then, society, you must show up at 8 o'clock in the morning. Everybody should wake up at 7 a.m. Like, no, that's not how it is for everybody. I appreciate that, Cali Star. Thank you. That's very appreciated. Hi, Pineapple. Hi, Dragon. Good to see you. Usually when I sleep in for a little longer, but I normally sleep, it's not because I'm trying to come down with the cold. Yeah, my body needs a rest. Yeah, that's true too, though. If you do, and that's the danger for you, River, is that, you know, like at the end of the week you get sick because you know, your body isn't getting the time to repair itself that it used to. But so make sure you're taking your vitamins. That's all I'm saying. You're not a morning person. I don't know what I am. Like I'm not an evening person necessarily. Like after 9 p.m. I'm pretty useless. And first thing in the morning, like before say like 9:30, I'm not really good for much. So I kind of like I think I do good between the hours of 10 o'clock and 4 o'clock. So like, what is that? That's not a morning person. That's not a night owl. That's like an afternoon person. Yeah, 11 to noon, right? Yeah, exactly. Dragon, I'm here for the stream today. Well, as much as I'm awake for, I'm comatose, getting over the illness of. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, sometimes that's it, right? As I've said before, that either you take a Sabbath and get rest, or your body will take a Sabbath and make you rest, and you're not going to like that version. So you either do it on purpose or you do it because your body falls apart. Nobody likes that. You like sleep in? I don't mind sleeping in sometimes, but really it doesn't work for me. But I do like staying up late. I find, because as a parent, as a dad or whatever, especially when you have older kids, older teens and whatnot, they'll stay up with you till 11:30 midnight kind of thing, and you're like, I want my half an hour just to me, right? I've been with everybody all day. I just want to do my thing for 30 minutes, right? And so if I want to do that, sometimes that happens at the 12 o'clock at night. And so it's, yeah, it doesn't work. Denal, it says, it's easy for me to stay up late. It's hard for me to get up early. But you're right, the world is built for people who get up early. Fortunately, I work remotely for a company that's 2 hours earlier than I am. There you go. Right? Well, that's the thing, is that if you can find that rhythm and find that job and find that place that works with you or give you flexibility, it's almost like, I don't know. We'll put ramps in for people who need wheelchairs, and we'll put, whatever else for people that have whatever handicap or emotional handicap or whatever. And why can't we say the same thing for people who energy peak at a different time, right? Why can't we just say, I know myself, and so I will get more done from the hours of 11 a.m. until 7 p.m. than I will if you try to make me get up at 7 a.m. and work till, you're not going to get as much out of me. I don't know. Is that crazy? If Sunday's off, I go to church, then I come home, then I sleep. Good for you. I can't nap. I'm physically incapable of napping. It's not something I do unless things are really, really wrong with me. I don't like sleeping past 10:30. Those days half gone. Yeah, and that's it. Like you said, since everybody, or Denala said, the world that we live in works from early in the morning until supper time. And if you miss the first 4 hours of it, you miss a lot. You know what I mean? Thank you for the lurk. Appreciate it, Humar. Sleeping has feel good, not make you feel guilty. Yes, that's exactly right, Kelly. That's right. River, yeah, I'm a night owl. I work from noon to 9 p.m. so I can't get things done when I need to, plus start streaming more. Yep. Did a stream bit Friday and Saturday. Gonna go to work and see how that goes. Yeah, that's cool. Well, and like we've been saying, right? Like, stream when you get some energy and when you enjoy it. Don't just like shove it in. Otherwise, you're not going to make a good stream, and you're not going to enjoy it, and they're not going to enjoy it, and why bother? Just find this time that is good for you, lock it in, and be like, well, that's my streaming time. Even if it's only once a week. If you can nail down once a week streaming, and be like, from the hours of this to this, it's set aside. That's when I stream, because it works for me and everything, and it was fine. And if whenever during the week you find a little bit of time, you can prep the stream. Spend time, be like, oh, I'm gonna do this game, I'm gonna do this thing. Here's a joke I'm gonna tell. Here's what I'm gonna do. Like, you can make that stream really shine if you work on it during the week, and then consistently know your energy spot on that whatever day it is. I'm convinced everybody has an audience if they try hard enough. Up with the sun, down with the sun. Well, I live in Canada. Sometimes that you don't get one. So you'd be sleeping from 4 p.m. until 9 a.m. Good nap after church is. I wish I could. Hi, Beardsley. How you doing? I just had a very interesting phone call. And I said hello, and they responded with, "Can you hear me?" I was very surprised about it, and I said, "Yes, I can hear you." Then they went on to normal telemarketer stuff where I hung up. Yeah, you don't usually start with usually for me it's like hello, and then you get nothing, and then after that it's click, hi, blah blah blah, blah, right? So if I pick it up and there's nothing, you get about 1 second to talk to me, and then it's gone. I hang up. And yes, that's how I hang up my cell phone. If I could work 11 to 5, I'd be... Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I totally agree, dude. Pineapple, I totally agree. I'm a northern climates myself, short winter, long summer days. It gets rough. Like vitamin D is is legitimately a problem where I live. You gotta literally take a supplement. Everybody that I know is supposed to be taking a vitamin D supplement. Do night after work, but they still can't do the whole getting stuff done when places are open. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and getting a hold of the doctor, making an appointment, do any of that kind of stuff, stay on hold, right? Like if you start the phone call at like 1 p.m. because that's when you got your brain wrapped around it, you're on hold till 5 until they close. I don't know if you've ever had that where you're calling, you're on hold, then it gets to the end of their day and they hang up on you, click, try again tomorrow. Like yeah, I've had that, and it's like, it's just because you didn't start at 8 a.m. Doing well, says Beardsley. Just prepping Wednesday youth group lessons. Since 9 to 5 slow today. What are we teaching, Beardsley? Okay, it's just discouraging when I plan that I have energy and hype and no one shows up. But I just have to remember that I'm doing it because I enjoy it to encourage myself. Yeah, and I mean, that's why we teach the class, right? So I have a class that I teach. It's 10 weeks long. And we go through how to stream, how to build your audience, how to cast your vision, how to communicate, how to set up your life so that you have successful content. What does good content look like? We do all that stuff in the class. And one of the things we talk about is that if, having no one show up is there are things you can do to fix that, right? And so if you want to chat about that sometime, I'd be more than happy to chat about it. But if you can just be happy, just be there streaming and happy, then be there streaming and happy. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you want to be purposeful about it, it's going to take a bit more work. Denell had said, I heard a while back that some bad actors were trying to get recordings of people answering yes so that they could attach some verbal agreement and scam the person. Brutal. What? That's awful. Doesn't surprise me even a little bit, though. That sounds awful. That's so stupid. Although, what court would hold that up, right? Like, big, long, would you blah, 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 agree to this? And all of a sudden it's like, click. Yeah? Click. Like, that's not a... yeah, I would say join the taco Discord, Kelly. And then you'll know when the next class comes around. I'm on week 7 of 10. We got 2 more left, and I'm going to be teaching how to communicate. And then that's it. That's the end of the classes, and I'll be starting another one sometime in the summer. So yeah, stick around, join the Taco Network, and then you can know when the next class is coming up. For me, it's have a bunch of people show up, and then it seems like halfway through, no one is talking to me, but are there. Well, that's again, there we can work on that, right? So I've had that problem too, where I get my lurk squad, they're there. We get the bunch of people in lurk, and then if I jump into whatever content, sometimes chat just dies. So the question is, am I so interesting that nobody can even bring themselves to type to interrupt me? Or is it that there's something wrong with the content and that it's not engaging enough to create conversation, right? That's the question. You have to evaluate yourself and ask the question, is it me? Is it the content, or is it the audience, right? You can't blame the audience. So you got to go, okay, what is it? And often it's because I'm just either doing something that has a really heavy story based, you know what I mean? Like it's really designed to we have to sit here and watch this thing. That's what we're doing, like Scarlet Nexus. Or I suck at the game and it's not interesting to watch. And people are like, I'll leave you to lurk, but I'm not. I'm going to go talk to somebody who's actually talking. So it's on me, right? Dragon Daddy Bear, I only stream to be with my kids. It was their idea. We get a few people. It's fun for those to watch. What few there are. Yeah, I mean, as long if you're enjoying it, then enjoy it. If you're frustrated by it and you're like, I want to, grow and I want to be better and I want to be bigger and I want this to be more effective, then you have to play the game, right? But if you can just enjoy where you are and doing what you are, then great. But if you want to grow, you can't get around the fact that there's a game to play. I don't mean a video game. I mean the Twitch game, the how to become a successful streamer game. You got to follow the rules. And now it's an issue with AI and how it can sound like anyone's voice. Dude, that's even scarier. Like between deep fakes and the AI voice, like changer thingy, like things are going to be really, really weird coming up. You know what I mean? Like it's going to, like in 5-10 years, when they can just manufacture news and it's very believable and everybody just like believing it because it's all made up, like it's made up, and the people who are commenting on it are made up, and the people who are doing the fact checking are made up. Like if all of it is made up, how do you know? Like legit 1984 junk. That's the issue with it. Hi Pibble, how you doing? Good to see you. How's life? How's the weekend? How was Saturday? Tell me what happened on Saturday or Sunday that was fun or interesting or had something in your life. Everybody, like, just what happened on Sunday or Saturday that was interesting to you? Oh, thank you. Not too often Sis Pineapple buys a sub for herself. Thanks, Pineapple. Appreciate that. Hi, Beans. Good to see you. I want to grow, but I don't want to do the work. Yep. Well, that's it. And as long as you're content, be content. You just gotta, you can't have both ways. How's Jelly Beans? How you feeling? How's life? How's your health? Only frustrating part of the game for me is that it's really hard to get viewers to answer. What do you like about this? I'm not concerned about getting big, but I do want to get better. That is less to do with your audience and everything to do with you, Denalid. Okay? So instead of saying, what do you people want? The question you ask is, what can I provide that is good and excellent, right? Not audience, what do you prefer? What do you think is good? But me, what can I contribute that brings value to the internet and to Twitch and is something that when people will engage with, the audience that I can talk to is interested in or is growing with or it finds to be entertaining enough. Who do I get to speak to? Who's on my who do I have permission to speak to the lives of? And therefore, those people are my audience. That way, if you design your content around them and you design your mission around them, right? Well, I'm just saying, right? If you want to get better, you have to make sure you're pointing in the right direction. You gotta, it's not just about I'm gonna do Twitch and what should I do to become more like a good Twitch streamer. It's what does Denalid bring to the table that nobody else brings to the table for an audience that he can make for himself or she. I think you're a boy. Sometimes you gotta treat yourself. That's funny. Sometimes you gotta treat yourself. That's good. All good me. God is good. Here's said fun exciting thing from the weekend. Had D&D last night. Got my group laughing at silly antics and character moments. Who's decided that he wants to be a Power Ranger in a Curse of I mean, why not? One of my daughters is playing a K-pop guy. My son is playing a bard who is a necromancer. There's no rules. There's no rules. What are you talking about? Rules. I saw a post on Instagram where there are factories of baby pods. People can choose their hair color, eye color, height, maybe manipulate DNA to eliminate abnormalities to grow the optimum healthy child. I don't know if that's true, Callie, and the reason I say that is because in human cloning and human DNA stuff is still very. It's not only new, but it's also very frowned upon in the scientific, people still think it's dangerous. People still think you shouldn't mess with it. The few times they've done human cloning or human DNA, messing with and whatever, genome stuff. It's been very big news and very, you know, like difficult. So that there would be a factory out there, I'd find to be very, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they've moved forward, but and China doesn't care, but or some, you know, country out there doesn't care, but I'd be surprised. There's limited Twitch viewers. You have to stand out and do something different. Yep. Yeah, you have to be different. Yep. My character's a monk who thinks he's a bard who's in training to be a druid. Who is a wizard who uses nunchucks. Yeah, exactly. I would like to see a D&D game in person. You know, it's funny. There are a lot of D&D games that are streamed online. Like if you go to Dr. Heels, he will stream a full D&D session, I think once a week or something like that. And I wonder if it's more like watching tennis or golf or curling or soccer or baseball, in that it is so much more entertaining to watch if you know what you're watching for, or that you played the game, right? As in, like, if you sat there and actually tried to watch a bunch of nerds play D&D and you didn't know how D&D went, I think you'd just be confused and like, what are they doing? And I don't know what that is, and why was that funny? Whereas if you knew some stuff, you'd be able to enjoy it more. I've never actually been a part of a D&D campaign. I've never been. I've helped design them. I've helped make the maps for them. I've come up with stories and characters and whatnot, but I've never actually played the game. It's just not something I've had the chance to do. Although I have been invited more and more on Sunday evenings to come, and like on my day off, do I take a Sunday evening for 3 hours to go play D&D? And I'm like, I don't know if I want to make one more commitment during the week to be able to, you know, lock myself into something that's on the schedule. I do that 6 days a week. I don't know if Sunday's a good idea. So I'd love to try it, but I gotta dial that back. I just can't do one more thing that's on the schedule that I must show up to, whether I feel like it or not. You used to stream D&D? I think obviously we know by Critical Role and 20, whatever the 21 is, that if it's interesting and you got good voices and you got people that know what they're doing and it's entertaining, like you can sit there and watch a D&D campaign by professionals, and it's actually pretty interesting. So I think if you were able to make it interesting, it could be interesting. Wish I could stream some D&D or Earth Dawn games, but as my games are part of church XP groups, we aren't good for streaming. Oh, and that's actually, I don't know if what you meant, River, was that, you know, like they aren't streamers, or they aren't, you know, mic'd or whatever properly. That's the other thing. If you are going to stream a campaign, you should stream a campaign of streamers, stream a campaign of content creators, because then they're on the same page as you. I've definitely learned a lesson that if you're going to collab with a content creator, not somebody who's just good at the game or enjoys the game or is like a friend or whatever, because a friend isn't making content, right? They're not interested in doing, you know, making it interesting, making it interactive, making it connected to the audience, or you know, pausing and talking and making moments out of it. They're playing the game, which is fine if you're off, but if you're on, you're making content, and you need to be, everybody who's part of it needs to understand that the creation of the content comes before the fun of the game. Maybe D&D streams should have commentators. There you go. That'd be fun. Like in League of Legends or whatever, where you got people that actually tell you what's going on, or like the golf commentary is like, and this is why that was interesting. Okay, thank you. I appreciate you telling me that. We use Channel Point to have the chat get involved. That's a good idea. That's a great idea. Oh yeah, and you talk about personal stuff. Yeah, that's true too. Yep, you don't want to do that. My goal is to possibly start up a game with a fellow streamer, small Christian streamers one day. I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be fun to do. That I might do. Hi Jones, good to see you. That I might do if it was connected to work and it happened at a reasonable time, and I was able to lock it in during the week and call it another stream, and it was content creation, and that it was able to go onto YouTube or whatever, you know, like I would make the excuse that it's work, then yeah, I could probably do that. I really enjoyed being on like like a podcast or some of the vodcasts or interviews or whatever I've done. They're always fun. I don't take them too seriously. Like, as far as like trying to get it exactly right and get all my words perfect, I just show up and be myself, which makes it a lot less, stressful. The XP groups with GSC are small interest-based groups where they're creating community and helping build and encouraging each other while also enjoy. That's good. I love small groups. I'm a big fan of small groups. Big fan. Or cell groups. What is another word? Cell groups, small groups, affinity groups, home groups, all those groups. Yeah. All right. Tell you what. Why don't we jump to the Devo? We'll see what's what. Okay. Oops. There. We're going to talk about Malachi chapter 3, verse 13 to 17, I think. 13 to 18. And it's a passage that talks about, it's sort of inside baseball passage, right? It's for people that know what's going on, have been part of the Christian realm or part of the people of God for a while, and they'll get this, right? It's not necessarily for people who are outside, but I think anybody who's been part of any given group of any kind is going to understand it and have experienced this. So let me pray, and then I'm going to jump into just kind of chatting about that. God, thank you for your love and for your care. Thank you for the peace that we can have only because of you. Thank you for your presence in our lives, for being patient, and also for making it so that it is not our activity that saves us. We don't need to be paranoid about our eternal destination because we had a bad day, or because we didn't get up on time, or because we're feeling bad that day. Our eternal destination is secure in you. You are our Savior, not us. And so even on bad days, we can have hope and the assurance of your love. Thank you for loving people who are wishy-washy and different and off a little bit and have a hard time being consistent. You are the firm foundation, and yet we dance upon it back and forth and fall or make ourselves trip. But thank you for being the firm foundation that keeps us solid, for being an anchor in the storm. Even though we're falling all over the boat, you keep us safe. We are very thankful to be yours. I pray that you'd help us to understand you better, love you more, and love each other more as a result of the Devo today. In Jesus' name, amen. So the verse of the day today, exclamation point, VOTD, verse, no, don't do that one. VOD, verse of day, VOD, is Malachi chapter 3, verse 17, which says, "They shall be mine, says the Lord of hosts, in the day when I make up my treasured possession, and I will spare them as a man spares the son who serves him." That needs context, obviously. So what we're going to do is we're going to look into the little bit of context here. Right there. Okay, so Malachi, God is talking about all sorts of things to his people, and his people have been complaining, his people have been disobedient, his people have been harming each other and whatnot. Malachi chapter 3, it talks about robbing God, right? The idea is one of God's accusations. There's a series of accusations that are brought against his God's people, and one of them is that they're not bringing their tithe, they're not helping the priests, they're not taking care of the religious aspect of their life, and there's a reason for it. And if you go all the way down here, you see the reason for it. Verse 13, the reason that they're not going to service properly, the reason they're not giving properly, the reason they're not doing their religious stuff with their whole heart, and they've basically given up on it altogether, is because they don't think it's worth it. So if you take a look at verse 13 here, it says, "Your words have been hard against me, says the Lord. But you say, how have we spoken against you?" Right? So the God goes, listen, you have accused me of a lot of stuff, right? That's why you're holding back your tithe. That's why you're not getting along. That's why you're abusing each other. That's why you're being, whatever. And it's because you think a bunch of very difficult things about me, and you don't, and there are a lot of things about me you accuse me of, very hard things. And then you turn around and say, What have we said against you? In other words, have you ever had that person that walks up to you and just says mean stuff? And then you're like, that was mean and it hurt my feelings. And they just respond with, well, I'm just telling the truth, right? When you're like, well, no, you're being mean and inaccurate and whatever. It's no, that's what's happening here. It's your words have been hard against me. And you're like, what? How have we spoken against you? Like, we're just telling the truth about you. You have said it is vain to serve God. What is the profit of our keeping his charge, or of walking in as in mourning before the Lord of hosts? And now we call the arrogant blessed. Evildoers not only prosper, but they put God to the test and they escape. Right? This is the charge that's brought against God constantly. And that is, it's vain to serve him. Like, why would we serve God? Why would we obey his rules? What's the point of doing what we're told, keeping his charge, as in doing what we were supposed to be doing, walking in mourning as if before the Lord of hosts? What is the point of repentance? What is the point of being serious? What is the point of being, like taking our religion and our spiritual life seriously? And now we call the arrogant blessed. We look over and we're like, what is the point of being, being serious about it? What's the point of doing, all the things we're supposed to do religiously and spiritually? What's the point of serving God at all? When we look over and we see the arrogant, those who don't believe in you, those who don't care about you, those who think they are gods, rich, happy, fat, healthy, right? We look over there like, what is the point of being this miserable and all this religious misery when it does nothing for us, right? I think a lot of us can, Jones. Like, I have a similar, like, I've thought this similar thing, even in many prayers for me, like when it comes to like provision. Obviously, you guys know that I'm in this fundraising thing and I'm kind of freaked out about money stuff because I'm not making enough to pay my wage, but I know that God is supposed to be doing this full time. Like, you guys know where I'm at. And a consistent thought that comes into my head is how stupid it is that there are people out there dropping the amount that I need, like, this year for all my bills, and they will spend it on a meal. They'll spend it on a car they won't drive. They'll spend it on like posters for an event nobody will attend. They make that in interest in 2 hours. Like, it makes me so frustrated that, we're out, so many Christian ministries and so many ministers and so many missionaries are out here busting their butt, living at, minimum, right at the edge, or losing out, or dropping, or getting rid of employees or whatever, and can't grow, when the arrogant out there are doing stupid, dangerous, horrible, selfish, ridiculous things with piles of money that are far beyond what we even ask for, right? Like, I need, like, between now and the end of the year, I need $30,000, which sounds astronomical for some people, and then for others, it's like, no, that's just a weekend out. That's what I do for a vacation. That's my 2-week vacation for the year. It's no big deal. Like, I'm like, it drives me nuts. Like, this feeling, and now we call the arrogant blessed. What's the point of doing all these things? I've definitely felt, and you see that exactly. Pineapple says, you see this in the Psalms a lot. Like, why do the evil prosper? Why is that happening? The next line: evildoers not only prosper, but they put God to the test, and they escape. Right? That's the other thing, is that, so why bother obeying? Why bother doing what we're told when we look over, we see people committing actual evil, being not only evil, but profane, being evil and prospering. And they literally test God. They're like, God, I'm going to do a horrible thing. If you don't want me to, shoot me, stop me, hit me with a bolt of lightning. Nope, I'm going to go be evil then. Right? They literally are testing God. This is inside baseball stuff. Right? These are church people. This isn't people who don't believe. These are church people, right? Your words have been hard against me, which is, why do we serve God? Why do we do all this? Why do we take care of each other? Why would we be serious about our thing when we look at those who call themselves Christians, call themselves believers, and the arrogant ones who don't follow you are blessed. The evildoers who just use your name in vain and call, say I'm a Christian, and then they do horrible stuff and they get a friggin' jet for $17 million because they lied to a bunch of people. Like, why go through the hard stuff if evil and arrogance gets them so much more, right? Glares at Western governments, right? So that's the first part. Then we go to the section called the Book of Remembrance. Verse 16. Then those who feared the Lord spoke to one another. Yeah, we're getting there, Callie. We're getting there. Then those who feared the Lord spoke to one another, right? So you got this one side over here. What's the point of following God? We may as well just do whatever we want. God doesn't even care. May as well use the people for whatever money we can get out of them. May as well do whatever because God's not even going to bother. Then those who feared the Lord, the ones who are obeying, the ones who are taking it seriously, the ones who are seeking to be obedient to him, they speak with one another. The Lord paid attention and heard them, and a book of remembrance was written before him of those who feared the Lord and esteemed his name. Okay, so the book of remembrance is an interesting thing. You actually see this in scripture. You remember Esther, where Mordecai, he did a bunch of good stuff, and at night the king would have his book of stuff that happened read to him, and all of a sudden he's sitting there one day, he's like, man, this Mordecai guy, he sure has done a lot for me. What have I been nice to him? It just all of a sudden occurs to him because he's listening to the book, his own book of remembrance, and that's something that ancient kings would actually have, write stuff down, and then they'd have it read back to them, because obviously there's too much going on. They need a reminder. Hi DP, good to see you. So this is God's version, right? This is where we talk about God's, list of all the things you did right. God's book where he remembers you, where he writes down your name. That's an ancient king thing that you see in those kind of cultures, that they would really have that. They'd have an actual list of things. Hi, Glenn. The Lord paid attention and heard them, and a book of remembrance was written before him, and of those who feared the Lord and esteemed his name. So now the people who are obeying and the people who are seeking him, the ones who are praying, the ones who are being generous, the ones who are trying to follow what God wants, they sit there, they're talking to each other, and what do they say to each other? Whatever, right? The Lord sees what they're saying. The Lord hears what they're saying. The Lord understands what they're saying. And there's a book of remembrance being written over all their conversations that nobody else hears. Yeah, the ones that are arrogant and the ones that are evildoers, they're out there yelling it from the rooftops. They're the ones who are, putting out their yuck into the world, and everybody just pays attention. They're the celebrities, and they're the rulers and whatnot. The ones who fear the Lord, they don't get that kind of press. They're just they're in the church, they're in the basement, they're in the temple somewhere. It's just the way it is. And nobody knows what's happening, but God sees it. This is sort of echoing Matthew chapter 6, right? Where you've got, when you pray, go into your closet, and God will see you in there and will reward you, even though nobody else sees it. It was written for him who feared the Lord and esteemed his name. They shall be mine, says the Lord of hosts, in the day when I make up my treasured possession, and I will spare them as a man spares his son who serves him. Then once more you shall see the distinction between the righteous and the wicked, between one who serves God and one who does not serve him. The end of this line, and of course it gets into the great day of the Lord, but which is kind of what it's pointing at, is that in the end, this is what happened. Why should we bother following God, living with less, being attacked, going without, doing the hard work that doesn't seem to go anywhere, living lives that are more difficult than all these evil doers and whatever people who don't care? Why do that? It's because we keep the end in mind, right? We're like this line here where it says evildoers not only prosper, but they put God to the test and escape. That line of they're doing wrong and they never get in trouble. God's like, no. That is not how it works. There is a book of remembrance. In the end, everything will be will be figured out. Those who are wicked will go this way. Those who are righteous will go this way. The ones who serve God will go this way. The ones who do not serve God will go this way. Sheep, goats, good, bad, faithful, unfaithful, sinners, the righteous, they're separated. And if you live with that in mind, recognizing that this world is not all there is eternity. This world is not all there is. There is judgment coming. This world is not, whatever you see in front of you is not the most important thing. Whatever is going to happen later, what happens after you're dead, what happens in the future, what happens to your legacy, what happens to the obedience that you give, and the stuff you don't even get to see happen because it echoes for a long time after you've done it, that you will never know. Those things have value. They're remembered. And in the end, you will stand before God. You will be the one who gets to stand before the Son. He said, "Well done, my good and faithful servant. Well done, my son. You are my adopted son. Come on in. Eternity is waiting for you. I'm well pleased with what you've done. Here's everything. Here's eternity." Whereas the other ones who, as Jesus would say, stored their treasure in on earth, the ones who were so worried about all the stuff that was around them and all the pleasure they could get here, they'll get to the end, they'll stand before God, and all of that 70 years or 65 years or 80 years of pleasure that they were able to have on the backs of people comes to an end, and then they have an eternity of punishment, an eternity of misery, eternity of pain. So given the choice, as Paul would say, right, these present sufferings are nothing in comparison to the glory that is to come. It's if you have the long view, like, well, eventually it's going to be better. Eventually it'll work out. This is worth it, because even though this part sucks, even though this part's hard, eventually, in the end, there's an eternity of bliss waiting. There's an eternity of being with God forever, and where all this obedience pays off. So it's worth going without, so we can have more later, as opposed to stepping on a bunch of people to get something now and spending eternity in darkness, away from God, in punishment, in flames, right? That's the difference. It's not easy when you're a minister, when you're a Christian, when you are having a hard time understanding, why you're going through a tough time, whether it be, why am I single? Why am I always single? Why can't I find the person, that I want to love? Why am I always lacking? I never seem to have enough. It's always a little bit of debt, a little bit more, something broken. And why can I never catch up? Or why are my relationships so sideways? I do my best. I try hard. I forgive them. I keep coming back, and they keep returning only evil. It's always, always, always hard. Why is it always hard? Everyone else gets to freak out. Everyone else gets to leave. Everyone else gets to throw a tantrum. I don't do that. And it's just really hard. Or, why is it my work is so fruitless? It's never seen by anybody. I keep serving and serving and serving, and nobody ever notices. And I seem to get blamed for more stuff and not credit for any of the things that I actually do, right? What is the point of doing all that? A mature person goes, well, the point of obedience, the point of discipline, the point of doing good is for not only its own sake, but because in the long run, over a longer period of time, your investment is better, right? Whereas in the short run, the immediacy of pleasure, the immediacy of spending your relational equity, or getting the praise that you want immediately, or stealing love through lust, or whatever it is that you're, the thing that you want, taking it the wrong way, getting it immediately, becomes that's all it is, right? It lasts for a very temporary period of time, and then it moves on. So a wise person goes, well, I'm putting things in, I'm doing the hard work for the long run, right? I'm doing the hard work, so for a long time this is going to pay off. I'm going without so that for a long time I will have forever. The fool goes, forever doesn't exist. There's no such thing. I'm going to do whatever I feel like now, whatever my heart wants, whatever my body wants, and that's how I'm going to exist, never even thinking about tomorrow. That's a fool. So we as Christians, inside, We know we have people in the church, and we know that we have people who call themselves Christians and call themselves believers who say that they're living like, with eternity in mind, but they're not. They're living on pleasures of today, and they are arrogant. they are going to be in trouble because they're not following God. They're not listening to God. They're there to simply show us the wrong way to do it, and God will demonstrate his wrath and his justice on them eventually. That's all the lesson for today. There's not much more I can say. I mean, I don't want to get too dour, and I don't want to get too big of a bummer. I don't want to sound bitter, because it's hope, right? God is like, no, there is a book of remembrance. There is somebody who comes to your defense. There is someone who knows. There is someone who calls you a treasured possession. There is someone who will spare you because you are adopted into his family. He sees every single thing you've gone through. He knows every tear you've ever shed. He knows every work you've ever done that nobody's ever seen. He's heard every prayer you've ever prayed that nobody's ever heard. He's seen everything you've given that nobody has ever seen you give. He knows, and it's recorded. He understands, and it's not going to waste. It is an investment in the future. Your treasure is in heaven, not on earth. That is a good thing. It's a good thing. That's why we keep on keeping on in that way, because we're not stupid. We're not foolish. We don't think immediately. We think of the long term. Let me pray. God, thank you for your love and for your care and for trying to teach us and helping us to understand eternity and investment in the long run of life. God, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but we know that today you have a job for us. Today you have an attitude for us. Today you have something you need us to do that often will go unseen. That is just sometimes uncomfortable or difficult or simply just thankless. And yet you see, you remember. Thank you for being a God who remembers, who knows everything, who knows our motives and knows, why we do what we do, even when we mess it up, who knows our fears and our tears. And even in this day, it's not like we go without. You are still very good, God. You still bless us beyond what we deserve. Anything over hell is grace. But I do pray for those who are in lack and those who are having a hard time relationally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially, whatever it is that they do lack. I pray that you would show them your hand at work. Let them get a taste of that eternity to understand what it would be, what it's going to be like forever. You are our provider. You are our king. You are our father. You are a good father who gives good gifts. And so we don't turn this around and say, God won't ever give us anything good. What we say is, regardless of what you do, whether you give or you take away, whatever it is, blessed be your name. We choose to honor you because we want to be with you forever, because we know that you are faithful. In Jesus' name, amen.
The question of the day.
Hey, DJ. Good to see you. Animal says, just a thought. God shortened the lifespan of mankind. I guess a shorter lifespan helps to control the spread of evil. It also means people are more likely to think about eternity. True enough. I mean, that is part of it, right? It is an act of grace. Pardon me, for sure. Yeah, the shortening of our lifespan is certainly an act of grace. All right, so question of the day, exclamation point QOTD. QOTD, question of the day. Hold on. QOTD is, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? I'm gonna sit down. Oof. Hi, Donnie. Long time no see, bro. How you been? How's life? How's work? How's stream? Yeah, what are you waiting for right now? Like what's on the schedule, or what's in the future, or what's something that you are expecting or hoping for in the future? It doesn't have to be spiritual, doesn't have to be particularly, anything. Just what are you waiting for? One of the things that the scripture was really all about is this idea that in the future, right, things will be different. Right now it's hard, but in the future it'll be better. So what are you waiting for right now? NA? What's NA? Not applicable? New job, new career. Okay. Are you like, is that something that you're pursuing, or is it something you're just kind of hoping happens? That wasn't a criticism, by the way, just curious. Are you waiting for God to like kind of show up and show you what it is, or are you like pursuing and whatnot, different training and career stuff? Because both, neither is wrong depending on the situation, right? People don't wait nearly enough, and people don't invest nearly enough. Like it's hard to know which one's which, as long as you're doing both in faith and you're not trying to usurp one with the other. I'm too lazy, so I'm just gonna let God do it, or I don't think God's gonna pull it through, so I'm gonna do half the work for him. Like both of those are wrong, but doesn't mean that either of them is particularly wrong. I honestly, like, I live in such a level of immediate. Stream is now. Oh, really? You haven't been doing it? Aw. That's a bummer. Is it because work is so, you got so much work and life and stuff, or is it like you just haven't got the room set yet, so you can't do it? Like, what's holding you back? I live such an immediate life where literally hour to hour to hour to hour, text to text. I never know what's going to happen. It's always uh-oh, or everything went upside down. So I don't really make plans or really think about much in the future. I don't try not to think beyond 3 hours from now, because anything I assume is going to happen usually doesn't. So waiting is something I've definitely given up on. I don't even know the answer to that question. Like, I literally don't. I typed it in there and I thought, I can't wait for stuff, because my assumption, this is going to sound really bummery, but my assumption is either going to get taken away, so therefore what's the point of waiting for it, or it will be right, it won't be as good as it should be, or like I'll never get to it. It's like, that's just sort of where I'm at right now because of all the insanity around me. So waiting isn't something I really bother with. I can't think of anything I'm waiting for. My parents are coming up. That's something, right? So that's kind of cool. I haven't seen them in a super long time. But even that, right? Like, who knows? Haven't had the motivation. What have you been doing instead? Oddly stressful. Streaming makes my people pleaser nervous. Oh, interesting. Can you mine that out a bit, Don? Just a little bit to help me understand what you mean there, because that sounds like it could be. That sounds like there's something going on there that I'd love to hear more about, because it sounds somewhat profound. So I'd love to hear more about that. Callie says, I'm starting tech boot camp to move into tech, but still unsure if this is the path I should take, but still feels right at the same time. Well, how old are you, Callie? Like, are you in your 50s? Are you in your 60s? Or are you still fairly young? Question today, well, I would say a car in an apartment. There's more than those goals. Okay. I guess when I wait for a car in an apartment, I'll try to work toward other goals, like seeing God and exercising. Yep. I mean, yeah, I think you got those backwards. It's just me, though. Actually, it's also everybody. But yeah, no, do those in the other way around, right? Seek God and exercise, and then wait for the car department. Yeah. Enjoy your time with your parents. I do too. It should be interesting. It's a lot of planning and a lot of figuring out, but I hope it works out. Yeah. 41. Yeah, that's an interesting time, right? Because it's a time where, you know, midlife and trying to figure stuff out, and you can make a change. You're young enough to make a change, but old enough to be able to do it in such a way that you've got a little bit of understanding, and you don't want to just jump out at anything because you know how crazy it could be. But at the same time, you're flexible enough and you understand more enough to be able to do a change. You're not stuck in your ways, but you're also tired, right? Like, you're also like, man, I'm not young anymore, and I've got all these responsibilities, and they're not just gonna go away. Yeah, that's a big one. I'm hoping for a marriage and family. Yep. Callie says I'd like marriage and family too. I don't know, that kind of stuff is out of my control. It is within your control to the point of what we were talking about when we first started the stream, right? Putting yourself in a position where something can happen, right? So if you want marriage and family, right, but you are always at home and you never go out, if you are always looking at porn and so you feel guilty and shameful and miserable and you can't look a girl in the eye, if you are always if you don't have good personal hygiene, if you don't brush your teeth, right, whatever, because who cares, you know, you live alone, so who cares, then like each of those things is an investment in the potential for marriage and family, right? Each of those things, well, just out. not home, right? Because I know people who, you know, they're like, man, I wish I could find a girlfriend or whatever, and I'm like, well, where do you go? Well, I don't go anywhere. I like, my relationships are on Discord. I play games, you know, and and that's it. That's what I do. And I'm like, well, that would explain why you're not meeting anybody, because you're not in taking the opportunity or the risk to be able to meet new people in an environment where people are, right? Whether that be church, you know, small group, or sports team, or community group, or service group, or, you know, crib, playing crib, like whatever it is, right? And it's not a matter of going, I'm coming here with expectations, like as somebody will show up and make it happy. It's more along the lines of when I step out, right? When I step out, this is me doing this as an investment, right? I'm not putting expectations on every female in this room. It is me. I'm practicing with conversation. I am keeping myself, you know, fit and clean. I am, you know, educating myself so I have something to talk about. I'm making sure that I'm taking care of my bills and doing work and whatnot. I have a good reputation. I'm keeping myself clean so that I can actually have a conversation without, you know, spending the entire time trying not to look down, right? It's like these are investments you're making to make yourself into a person who can actually be available for that. It's not just going to happen. You have to orient your life in such a way that it can happen. Yo, Dread, what up? What, dude? You mean I need to put on a shirt at 10 a.m.? No, I never said that. I said only when you're going out. Only when you're going out. I need you to brush your teeth. I need you to take a shower. I need you to invest in deodorant. I need you to floss. I need you to go for a walk. I need you to and then when you go out, right, you will you won't be smelly or gross or weird and whatever, right? I need you to have interests outside of the two things that only bring you happiness. Like, instead of just being, I'm a gamer and I like anime, or I'm a gamer and I go on Twitch, or I'm a streamer and I go to church, right? Do those two things. Try to broaden things around so that you can have a conversation with people outside of this niche interest. Right? If you're looking for a gamer girl who knows anime, that's a limited view. But if you're looking for like a nice girl who loves Jesus, there's a lot more out there. You know what I mean? To be fair, mixing and getting to be able to travel again, that Do you have plans? Are you going to go to California, Dragon? I'm like outside all the time. There you go. Pineapple says, to be fair, mixing and getting involved does not necessarily lead to a relationship and marriage. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? I spent my whole life going to church and getting involved. And I know it doesn't necessarily lead to it, but if you want it to happen, it won't happen at home. Right? That's my point. Like you're not gonna find it if you're at home all the time and you only have two interests and you know like your self-involved hedonistic lifestyle is all centered around you and what you want, and you just want some woman or man or whatever to come in and you know slot themselves into your life to take care of the stuff that you don't feel like. That is not going to lead to a relationship. Samus, hi Samus. Mental health, I think. I'm waiting for mental health. Like how you are talking about going out. I need to go out more. I need to do more, but something prevents me. Oh, there's a lot that can prevent people, right? Like there's obviously there's social anxiety. There's relationship fear. There's past trauma from all the times you have tried. There is the fact that things are closed off, or that you are a niche interested person who's looking for something that they understand or can have a conversation with, but they don't like sports or hunting or cars or, Big Bang Theory or, whatever. So therefore, where do you go? Or there's your physical health. Some people are just prevented from their physical health, or allergies, trying to go out and have dinner with anybody because you can't have gluten and you can't have strawberries and you can't, everything in the world will kill me. So therefore, yeah, all of that, it makes life really, really difficult. It's not insurmountable, but it certainly does make it a lot harder. Mom used to say, make sure you change your underwear when my brothers went out, just in case they had an accident. I've heard that before. I've never been told it. It's really funny, but I have heard that before from some people. Callister said, church is not the place either when it's filled with women, old people, and children, and the men in the church are your family. That's true, right? But there's nothing wrong with saying, I'm going to go join a body of believers that has more people my age, right? There's nothing wrong with that. I'm going to go join a body of believers that, you can have your home church, right? Say your home church, but you can go to other environments and other churches and other groups and whatever and say, I'm doing this specifically because I want to meet more people that are my age. I want to meet more people that are outside of my familial group. And I get it. I have more social anxiety than most. I don't like being new, and I don't like being in something I'm not organizing, and I don't like being around people that I don't know, right? But if I don't do that, I am shooting myself in the foot. Like when it was, if I was invited to Florida to go see people I've never seen before from all over the world that have different languages, and I don't know what's going on, I'm like, if I just said, no, I can't do that because that freaks me out, I wouldn't be able to put myself in the environment where I could meet those people and get connections to be able to do more fun, cool stuff, right? Or if I just kind of said, I only work with men because, I only whatever because women, whatever, then it eliminates an entire segment of the population that I can never get connection to because I've just chose to eliminate them. You got to put yourself in a position where you can have that opportunity. I don't go out enough, but at the same time, I don't know where. Yeah, I don't disagree with you, Jones, because it isn't easy. Post-COVID, with places that most people do entertainment by themselves at home. Most people are either married and stay home, or they're single and stay home. Going out is either the bar or the club or the sports or the whatever, like things that you might not be into. To find that affinity group, sometimes it's harder, but I think it's there. Like if you were like, what do I like doing? What do I like doing? I'm sure there's a group out there that likes doing whatever it is that you like doing, whether it be carpentry or anime or buttons or knitting or 1920s cars fixing, like whatever it is. Like, I'm sure there's a group out there that is part of your affinity group, and to start there, I don't think is a terrible idea. Just like, what do I like? It's like, I like calligraphy. I'm gonna go see if anybody around me is doing calligraphy. Nope. Well, I also like Hawaiian music. I wonder if anybody around else likes Hawaiian music. Yeah. What else do I like? I like, the charcuterie boards. I love making charcuterie boards. I wonder if there's a cooking class around here. That kind of stuff. It's if you don't go, you can't connect. But I will say it again. You have to be preparing yourself when you're not out for when you go, right? That's where I read, I bathe, I deodorant, I brush my teeth, I keep my eyes pure, I work on my spiritual life, I try to be someone who is useful. Those things that happen at home, they're an investment in your future relationship. They're an investment in what you're making yourself available if something could happen. What a shame if you were unable to connect to that person because you were, at the time, you decided you were repulsive, and they could have been great, but you just are repulsive. It's like someone who says, I want to follow God, and I want to obey God, and I want to be on mission, and I want to be used by Him greatly, but you're in debt, right? Which means you can't go anywhere. You are choosing not to get educated, or you're not reading books. You're not getting spiritually educated. Your spiritual life is kind of wishy-washy. You're bouncing around churches, or you're fighting with the church that you have, and you like arguing with every pastor that you know because submitting to authority is terrible. So, like, yes, I want to be used by God, but I'm not putting myself in a position where I could be if I wanted to, because the authorities in my life will never be able to speak to me because I won't talk to them, right? God can't talk to me because my devos are wishy-washy. If I did get called, I couldn't go anyway because I don't have the money, and I'm stuck to debt. And if I did get asked to go, I wouldn't have training anyway, right? It's putting yourself in the position to be able to make sure it happens is really, really a huge part of the job. I'm trying to think of how to explain it. It's like highly likely that I'm overthinking everything, like always. Yeah, that's definitely a thing you do, Donnie. But yeah, take a minute to just think about it for just a second, because I'd love to hear what you mean by that. Like, it hits you in that people pleaser place. It sounds like there's something to mine out there. It's easy. The easier answer, says Donald, is to hang out with whatever social groups you may be connected to. Church is the obvious one. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No. Walk in the park, see a movie, go to dinner. No. What? Hold on, let me see. Church is the obvious one, but if you have friends or siblings, go into the habit of going out with them. Oh, with your friends. It's just you just said three things that are alone. Go to dinner, see a movie, and walk in the park. Movies are terrible. Movies are the worst way to meet anybody. Don't see movies. No. It's like arcades. You can't meet people at the arcade. They're concentrating on something else. It's like trying to meet people playing baseball. Nobody's allowed to stand next to each other, and you're concentrating on baseball, right? It happens before it happens after. And like, you're going to meet people when you go out to celebrate after. You're going to meet people when you're hanging out beforehand. It doesn't happen during the baseball. Just like it can't happen during a movie because nobody's paying attention to you. I met my wife because she and my sister had the same hairdresser. There you go. That's true. I mean, he's got a good point. Like, the knowledge got a good point. But it just goes to the point of get out, right? Just get out. Go places. DJ said, what's preventing you from doing all of those? Is there anything I could do to help you with your situation? Gonna need a bit more trust on that one, probably, DJ. Reckless carnage and destruction. Is that what you're gonna do this weekend? All right, cool. Art Pibble, I stepped away for a minute. Sorry if I missed this, but I know Facebook has event pages, and there's a website called Meetup that shows local activities happening. Yes, that's exactly what I was talking about, sort of pushing towards. It is findable if you want to find it. And the trick is to know yourself, to know what you're interested in, to know what you're going to resonate with, right? Not shoving it like, I'm going to go to a cooking class, even though I hate cooking because there might be girls there. No, more along the lines of, I really like this thing, to the point where even if the people that if there were no girls there, no guys there, no whatever there that I wanted to meet, I'd still go because it's fun and it's self-motivating. I want to be there, right? It's like working out. It's going to work out is hard. Going to have fun with your friends while playing basketball is a lot easier, right? Going to lift stuff is hard. Going to play racquetball with your friend is easier. Like it's doing things that will actually you get to the place where at the end you're like, oh yeah, I wanted to be here anyway, regardless of what happens. That's the secret. Cooking, painting, gardening. Yep, good one. Pibble and I are on the same page, more or less. DJ, I don't know what you have to offer, but probably not. Wait, what did DJ say? Oh, okay, sorry. I get it now. It's anxiety and ADHD distractions. Like, I know there are a couple of board game shops in my area where I could go and find people to play games with, but I don't. I mean, but okay, let's broaden it out though, Samus, right? Like I know you've got a lot of interest and you're very smart and you're educated, right? You're not just one thing. You are a lot of things, right? There's like you're a content creator and you know food and you know health and you understand like engineering and science and you like you got a lot going on. And so for you, like the board game or whatever, like that's it's sort of reductive, I guess, but it's an easy entrance, so I totally get that. But maybe open it up, broaden it up, right? Maybe there's like a volunteer corps that you could go become part of because you make healthy meals for people who are stuck at home. I don't know, I'm just throwing it out there. Don't sell yourself short. You are a very interesting person in a broad category. Like I really enjoyed talking to you that other day when we were talking about all that diet stuff. It's just cool. You're a good speaker. You know stuff. Never been to a movie and not had a social follow-up? Then you stay up later than me. Good for you. Doesn't work for me. But it is true, though. If you're going to go on a date, a movie's the worst place to go. Right? Do anything else. Girk said, I'm most likely quitting Valorant ranked after this next act. Causing too much distracted in my life, kind of like League. It has finally become too competitive for me. Gonna hit Diamond first, and then I'll be out. Well, you invest in you have an investment in a bunch of games, though, like on a very higher elite level, Gherkinsteel. You also have a young family and a job and a ministry, and like you do work at the school. Like you have a lot going on, right? I have a hard time processing how you can be, husband, father, worker, school guy, and then elite in 3 different games, as well as, taking care of your spirit, taking care of your body, taking care of, whatever. Like, you have a lot, dude. It's not saying you can't, because some people are very highly productive. They just can do stuff, right? They're just good at stuff. But cutting back is, exactly. And especially if you're not enjoying them, or you're not, if they're taking away from things that are better. Like you do a bunch of good, okay things, and you're missing out on the best things, right? You don't want to do that. Pineapple says, I think one of the biggest obstacles is finding a like-minded believer. Yeah, that is harder these days. Looking back, I've had a lot of offers over the years, but none of them have been Christian, so it's been no thanks. That's hard. It really is. Because I think especially for women who are looking for a guy, it's because godly, biblical, solid, mature men of quality are very, very, very rare in Western society. In the world, I don't know. I don't live in the world, but I will say where I live, for sure, because it's just, most guys I know have massive personality flaws, or massively bad habits, or are massively immature. Like, finding an actual good guy has got to be freaking impossible, right? Now, that being said, if you're looking for the full package, and of course you're older, right? Like Pineapple, like I get it. Like, you don't want to be training anybody from age 21. But the it's sometimes it's an investment. Do they have the raw materials? And that's okay, right? If you're looking for the perfect girl or the perfect guy, don't, right? Just try to find someone who is trying to listen to God and trying to and seems like a kind person and has, a job, even though it's not a great job, kind of thing. Do they have the raw materials to become someone when you partner with them that is cool? Like maybe you're further ahead of them in the faith, but at least they're on the same path. Like you guys can work towards it. Because if you're looking for somebody who's more mature and more wealthy and more spiritual and like has all this stuff put together, that's gonna be hard. But maybe just looking for the ones who have the raw materials to become something that is great, right? That is godly. Maybe that's enough. Sam says, thank you. The beginning part of your response was hidden by buffering. Going back to listen to it. Okay. That's funny. Bummer. Kirk says, movie dates are the best. That is so cap. You just have to have a full dater on that. Okay. Well, okay. You know what I think my issue is, Girk, is that I haven't had money for a full date. It like the thing I can do is go to the movie, and that's all I have. That's it. We have to go home, and we couldn't have dinner because that was all the money I had, right? So yeah, it's going to the movies with someone and then going out for dinner. That's $120. Like it's an astronomical amount. My monthly like budget for fun stuff is $60, which doesn't even get you to the movies and popcorn. It's so expensive up here. Okay, fine. You can go to the movies and get popcorn for $60. That's true. DJ says, as for me, I can really understand anxiety, whether it's social anxiety or not, because I might have it as well. To be free from that distraction, I would recommend putting your anxiety into something useful, like exercising, giving it to God, talking about it within your church. No, it won't. No, DJ. No. That's not how anxiety works. You're not wrong in the respect that, those are little things that you can do in order to help with anxiety, like an exercise or to, do your devos and stuff. But the fundamental thing you got wrong about anxiety is that it's something that you can remove, because sometimes it's built in. It's like trying to remove I try not to use another mental health thing, right? Sometimes it's like trying to remove diabetes, right? Yeah, you can say, well, you don't have to be diabetic. You can just really watch your diet, and you can really watch your this. You can always check your whatever, right? Like, but sometimes you just can't. It's just part of you, and you have to figure out how to live with it and how to deal with it. It's not always just deal withable through a few means: diet, exercise, spiritual life. Sometimes it just is. Your life is just scary all the time. You're always on edge. You're always running with cortisol. Everything is fight or flight. Even when you're by yourself, even when nothing's wrong, even when you are having a good day. It's just, if you've never suffered with like real anxiety, it's not something that's super. It's not something you can just manage. You can do a lot, like you can avoid coffee, things like that. But you can't just get rid of it. I think a lot of women are just messed up. We're just better at masking an executive function. I guess I don't know. I think the qualifications to be a good woman and the qualifications to be a good man, I don't think either sex has that put together properly, right? Like a guy is going to go, what's a good woman? Well, it's someone who's, like attractive and strong and capable and can, is and is submissive and has, like, whatever, has all these like characteristics and that are changeable, malleable, are able to be depending on situational, right? And if you just narrow it down, be like, what a godly woman is someone who is seeking Jesus, is putting herself second to God's will, is someone who has a spiritual, has spiritual fruit. Then whatever they're connected to is gonna work. It'll be fine. Same with the guy, right? It's, the guy doesn't need to be buff or no trucks or no hunting or have a like a great job or whatever. They just have to be someone who is seeking God and is open to his will and is trying to pursue him, and whatever that works out. The list is wrong for a lot of people. I think I'm just saying. I wish anxiety was that easy to get from you. Exactly. I gave up looking when I got to my 30s. Plants and teddy bears can tolerate my saxophone playing. Girk says, well, I go for my date. I pick a theater far away, and the drive is to the movie is where you get all the talking in, and then after the movie, you just go for a walk around the park and town after or before the movie and talk about the movie and stuff. What movies are you going through? Literally $25 or so, but we don't usually get popcorn and drinks. Yeah, I hear you. I'm sure there's a way to do it. You're right. There's a way to do it. I wish I was in a place I could do that. Girk says, yeah, anxiety isn't something you just get rid of, but something you walk around with all the time for a lot of people. My wife has pretty bad anxiety despite being an amazing, accomplished woman without a real fear in the world. Actually keep her down. It's a thing. Yeah, exactly. It's just there all the time. Hi, Shenanigans. Good to see you. Does mental health conversations summon shenanigans? It could be. Girk says, hey, Ninja. All men know what it means to be great women, and all women know what it means to be a great man. Clearly, if we just swap genders, everything would be nice, would be easy. Since I don't know, yeah, it's true though. Like it's like I watched a clip the other day, and it's kind of informing what I'm saying, and that is, there was a woman talking to women, and saying, you know, like you'll go on a date with a guy. And the guy, you'll be like, what do you bring to the table? Like, do you have a good job? Are you physically strong? Can you protect me? Do you like kids? Do you have a secure family? Do you have a savings account? Will you provide a good house? Like all those list of things that they have. And then the woman the woman goes, what you get out of it is, this, my physical self, right? You just look at me. Right, this is what I am, and a lot of like superficial women who literally believe that as long as they are physically attractive, they can do whatever they want, and that's just not true. And the woman who was giving the advice is basically like, this isn't enough, and this plus I'm a CEO and I have all this money and I have I'm successful, whatever. Men don't care about that either. Men want someone who respects them, who loves them, who listens to them, who honors them, and they don't care if they work at Arby's or whatever way, or even if they're that like super attractive. Like it's not about what you have accomplished and how hot you are. It's so much about your character. And if you get that wrong, it's same with guys, right? Same with guys. We think that women want the car or the house or the looks or the strength or whatever. It's not. They want men of character. That's why you'll see dudes who are fat and like old or whatever, that walking around with women who are like way out of their league. And the answer is why? Well, because they're people of good character. They're funny. They're sincere, they're kind, they're generous, they're gentle. They're people who demonstrate confidence, and they have something in their life that they are proficient at, and they're known to be proficient at it, and that's attractive. That's a good thing. I wasn't talking about the list as much as you comments about so many guys being a-holes and selfish and immature. A lot of women are. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's true. That just jumping off point. Yeah, you make a good point. I don't know very many women. As far as like I know I was in church for 25 years. So yes, I know mostly women in the church. But when it comes to like women that I'm going to finish that I've had bad experiences. So there. I shouldn't be the bar. Girk says, so my sister sent me a personality video to explain why she is the way she is, because she says that borderline doesn't define who she is at all. Well, it doesn't define, right? But it's certainly part of the definition, right? A Hyoka empath. A what? Isn't Hyoka from Naruto? Heyokaaempath. Oh, that's Hanaka. 11 signs you're Hanoka. What's a Hanoka empath? Okay, hold on. Here. Let's go. Let's learn together. Whoops. What's a Hioka empath? Hioka is a word that comes from the Sioux indigenous tribe and means sacred jester. In Sioux culture, a Hioka is the person who marches to the beat of their own drummer and in doing so heals others. Their gift is to challenge others to see the world from a different perspective, and they do this through humor. Hioka empaths are said to be the most powerful kind. Their intuition are unmatched, and they have curious impact on other people. Chances are, there's one in your life. Could it be you? This smells like an excuse to be a jerk. Yeah, okay. I'll look at that in a minute. Signs you may be a Hioka empath. Your empath skills have a touch of satire. To be a Hioka empath, you have to first You have to first identify as empathic or a person who's capable of fully experiencing the emotions of others. Yet the Hioka empath has a key trait that differentiates them from other empaths. They have a keen sense of humor that sometimes leans towards satire or gallows humor. Hioka empath can joke about anything, and yet this ability can be healing for others. I guess this is the kicker right there. Mana bar cooldowns. That's funny. Thanks for the alert, DJ. Yeah, this sounds super made up. There are people. So, like, for example, there are comedians out there who their jokes are gallows humor. They are satire. They are like comments about how bummer the society is and how ridiculous the society is and whatever. And for them, that's sort of their bread and butter of their humor. And it's because people live in it, and through that humor and through observational humor of how ridiculous things are, it brings a bit of healings, because you're like, yeah, at least everybody knows how silly it is. I'm not the only one. I'm not crazy. On an individual level, though, this is really hard, because this means that you're feeling someone's emotions. You understand them to such a fundamental level through your power of empathy, and your response is to surgically hit them with something painfully satirical or something opposite, gallows humor, something horrible, and to do that in such a way that it brings them healing. That almost sounds impossible. How does she think this applies to her? This reminds me when she was a Buddhist, until I told her that enlightenment meant she needed to be able to detach herself from pain. Yeah, exactly. I mean, somebody watched a YouTube video, or not a YouTube video. Somebody watched TikTok. That's all that means. So it's like someone. Yeah, I was just joking. It wasn't meant to hurt you. I know you better than yourself, because I can sense your deepest emotions, and therefore when I talk, I'm hilarious, don't you know? Yep. Because she feels emotion. Yeah, but but an empath means she feels other people's emotions, not just her own. You mirror the feelings of those around you. Okay. You're a free spirit. Now, this all just sounds like an absolute excuse to just be a self-centered narcissist. Other people project their feelings on you. Because you mirror the feelings of others, you often find that people project their feelings on you. Hioka empaths find themselves the target of frustration, anger, and sadness just by mirroring the emotions of others. Drawing these emotions to the surface can be helpful for healing. You tick people off to the place where they get better. This all sounds just the worst. No. If she is a Hioka empath, then she's admitting that she's not cool. Not cool at all. Well, I mean, that's it. Like, cis pineapple, there is something. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you're British. I mean, you guys invented this, right? Can be good. It can be purposeful. It can be helpful if it's done well. But I have a hard time seeing how it could be done individually with such surgical precision to your humor that the person doesn't walk away either extra hurt or feel misunderstood. Right? I'm sure it can be done. Like I have a good sense of humor. And I've definitely said things to people that, because I've talked to them, because I know them well, and we can share a joke, and it can be like, oh my goodness, that was such a inappropriate joke for the situation, but because it was so inappropriate and so like man, why would you say that in this situation? It was funny, right? It's like obviously we were shooting for funny. Like at a funeral, there's a lot of jokes at funerals, and it's just it's okay because as long as you're with two people that get it, you're fine. But no, it's really hard. It would be really hard to do as a properly. I think the borderline is kind of leaking through more than this random empath. Yeah. I never heard of this before. It's funny because it's from a Sioux native tribe, and I'm like, I don't think you maybe know what they were talking about then. You might want to go find somebody from the Sioux tribe and ask them what they meant. Sounds like you projected a lot. I think borderline is kind of like leaking through more than this rant. Yeah. I need to warn her that learning into this is worse than learning into being borderline. Yeah, it is. That this if you gave yourself permission to be this person and you were not this person, or you use this as an excuse to let all the worst things about yourself come out of your mouth, you are going to be an insufferable monster who believes that you are helping and healing everybody through being an absolute jerk. Okay, empath, mirroring the emotions of others with gallows humor. You know what? That would make me feel better. A Romeo and Juliet ending. Exactly. Give me 1 second. I'm going to grab a drink. Now, to be fair, there is something to the sense of, so like if you don't laugh, you'll cry. Like that idea that some things are just so painful and miserable and horrible that the only thing your brain can do is either collapse in on itself in a funk of sadness, or come up with a joke. And sometimes that's okay, right? It's not invalid to have that goofy humor during a really, really, really horrible time, or even in the middle of a fight. I don't know if you ever had a fight with somebody you care about where things are really serious, but you just like, there's a moment that is so serious, you just tell a joke and you're both like, yeah, that's so dumb. And then you get back to the fight. I don't know. Clearly saw a TikTok video. Yep. Too many people are watching TikTok. Yeah, Ukuleele's right. Donnie says empath, being intuitive of other feelings, being an empath. Empathy, being intuitive, being an empath. Giving yourself an excuse to be a jerk when everyone else is. It's okay. I understand them better than they understand themselves. Therefore, when I say this and it hurts them, it's on purpose and it's for a purpose. Yeah, it's make you feel better about yourself. And yeah, no, you're a jerk. TikTok is great for information and also terrible. A lot of people are self-diagnosing random things that they do not have. It's a terrible place for information. I can't think of any good information on it. I wouldn't trust TikTok with anything. I think I prefer the biblical version of weep with those who weep, rejoice with those who rejoice. Yeah, that's not bad. Exactly. Is gallows humor an oxymoron? Hey, nurse, good to see you. Kinda, I guess. I mean, gallows, by definition, is like it's the place of hanging, right? It's where people are, like, it's a really bad place where bad things happen. And humor. I don't know. I don't think maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think you take it as an oxymoron, because it's not two things that are opposite necessarily, like jumbo shrimp. It's more along the lines of a bizarre location. I don't know. Maybe, kind of, sort of. I wouldn't say so. Denali, mainstream cognitive theory would call that an unhealthy expression of intuition that needs to be balanced by better information processing. Yes. Yeah. You're right. Yep. Nobody can lie to us like ourselves, right? Like, there's nobody that can lie to us like us. So in other words, when we have convinced ourselves that we know better than everybody, or we know what someone's feeling, and even if they don't, or we are hilarious when nobody else thinks we are, or we are, like, we're smarter than anybody, like, we will believe it. And it takes a lot to rock us from that position. And if you are so narcissistic or so self-centered that you literally don't think anybody could ever be right, and you know yourself perfectly, you're gonna be insufferable. I'm always sketchy about the Native American philosophy unless it mentions a specific tribe and timeline. For example, the Caribs were cannibals. I don't want to know what they think about the world. Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. That's like when people use like the animal kingdom as a reason for their behavior. Well, you know that among ducks, there is, they do this horrible thing to each other, so it's okay. I'm like, no, you're not a duck, and they're not. Mallards, am I right? Don't leave my jokes hanging. Oh, I miss one? Hold on, I gotta scroll up. Did I miss one? Oh, no, I didn't. Did I? Oh, the hanging and the jokes, and I get it. I got it, Jones, before it. No, you can backspace. I got it. Shannon, well, more so, I mean, people can share their stories and enlighten people so that things like mental health are so taboo. Perhaps information was the wrong word. Okay. Speaking of gallows humor, when Mom became a Christian, one of my bros got a t-shirt printed with Jesus saves, but times bank gives 3% interest. Oh, but the bank gives 3% interest. Yeah. That's funny. I mean, it is. It's like it's like one of my favorite shirts. I'll show it to you. It's whoop. Dang it, I get that wrong every time. This one. I love this shirt. It's just such a funny shirt. Like I would 1,000% get this shirt. Because I'm Canadian. Sam said, when in the medical field, people will develop a form of dark humor. Oh yeah, it's a coping mechanism. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Sad stuff to deal with. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. And everybody does it. If you're a student and you're going through stressful times, you do it too. And a lot of the times it is that dark humor. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, they've done studies that people with dark humor, people with, that gallows humor or whatever, are usually more intelligent or usually more well-rounded or more psychologically healthy because they get it. It's humorous. It's the people that flip their lid or lose their mind or live in a constant state of being offended for themselves or on behalf of others. Those people are unwell, not the ones who make that the dark joke at the at whatever. June 16th is National Dead Duck Day, in which the Rift Act of blank in Mallards was witnessed. What? TikTok is the same as all social media and Twitch and stuff. You just need to get info from people you trust and vet it first. Well, yeah. People you trust doesn't mean that they're saying it right. That's just because you trust them and it sounds right doesn't mean it is. Just because you trust them and it sounds right and it makes sense to you doesn't mean it is right. Right? You have to the vet it first for sure. But people don't. That's the thing. Like I found somebody I trust and therefore I'm going to listen to whatever they say. Nobody double checks. And if they do double check, they will go for confirmation bias, where they go and they go look for the thing on Google that just agrees with whatever they said. Don't get me started on Canadian geese. Yeah, they're the worst. Sacrilege. No, it's funny. Baton Rouge is getting professional hockey. You mean like NHL? But then the comments on my taco shoot on Amazon say it's heresy. What? What? I don't think you know what heresy is then. I don't know. It's what I'm about to say is probably heresy. Like I just see Jesus up there going, no, no, it's a taco joke. It's fine. It's just taco joke. Relax. See me attributing the words of Christ, speaking to myself that aren't in Scripture. That's heresy. For anyone who's a hockey fan and Christian. Oh yeah, it's a good shirt, man. It's a good shirt. Yeah, and nurse, yeah. Okay, well then, you work in the medical field. Do you have a bunch of people that you just sit around and do dark humor with, and if you get heard by anybody who's in the family, you get in trouble? Favorite movie of all time was Super with Rainn Wilson, and it's the darkest humor. Super. I know Rainn Wilson's the guy from Office, The Office. Super. Never heard of it. Is it? Have I heard of it? Shut up, crime. I can see that being pretty good. Yes, that sounds good. No, I get what you're saying, but you like the same. Whoa, fasty talk. You need to make sure that you correct, but you find good news and learn a lot of great stuff. Most people don't use TikTok. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yo! Thank you, Dragon Daddy Bear.
Just got back. Sorry,
Had to nap.
Body didn't let me have a choice in the matter.
Well, when you got a nap, you got a nap. If your body needs it, take it. Yeah, and Denali, see? That's good heresy too. But how could you say no? I mean, it's a taco. We can make an assumption. I don't follow sports, but yeah, no, I don't remember there. Although there are NHL teams that I have never heard of, like 3 of them that I'd never heard of till this year. Apparently, I have not been paying attention. Well, thank you for the sub, my dude. I appreciate you doing that. Super kind of you. Dropping in with that 7-month sub. That's super cool, dude. Shape of the talk show actually comes from the shape of the left side of Beelzebub's face, which is supposed to be a symbol of mirror image, so that when we eat the taco, we're filled with demonic power, so we can live as big. If you want anything, talk. It's true. No, I read that on the internet. Saw it on TikTok. The guy was talking about how if you snap a taco just the right way, devil horns. So obvious. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Rainn Wilson's from The Office. Yeah. I knew that. I said that. Dead Duck Day, sorry, it's an anniversary holiday. June 5, the first act of blankety blank 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 in Mallards was witnessed at the National History Museum in Rotterdam, proving we should not get our morals from animals. First act of... I'm going to go with polygamy. There's a star polygamy. That's my guess. Or what's another word that would fit there? Help me understand what Aristotle's talking about. The first act of... There's only so many things a duck can do. You know what I mean? Because we know it's not tax fraud. You know what I mean? Okay. Yeah, that wasn't enough letters for homosexual necrophilia. I thought I wouldn't have got there. So that one might have been a big jump. Things you didn't think were going to come up in conversation today. That's one of them, right? It's always an adventure on Twitch. Yeah, that was gentle. Mine was more accurate. Hi, Lady Gun. Welcome to the stream. Yo, Chubby. Absolutely. Chubby's like, that's
Chovy Piker Bongos, Chovy Piker Bongos.
If that's the kind of content we're gonna see on the XtianNinja channel, I am subscribing. Thank you, Chovy. 18 months. Look at that. Nice. Yeah, I stream in 1080 60 FPS. That's what I stream in usually. You can actually stream one higher. You can stream 1440. in 60 FPS if you want to. You can just barely make it with that 6,000 BPS cap, but you can do it. And it looks really good. If you want to know somebody who does it, Jate does. Jate Live. He streams 1440. What you talking about with your friends today? Well, there's a lot of syllables. It's hard to explain. No problem. I really thought it proved my point.
100,000 points!
Oh, Chovy! 100,000 points from Chovy. Look at that, baby. Thank you, Pineapple. I appreciate that. Look at this. There is coming his way a 100K sticker. We better write that down. Man, that talk about lurking, right? Now keep in mind that there is just so you know, I'm gonna make sure that I show you this. I'm gonna mess it up. Thank you for the bits, Pineapple. Thank you for the bits, Aristotle. Thank you for the bits, Dragon. Wow, that's very kind of you. That was super cool. I have a hype train going. I wondered why I had more rainbows happening. Like, why is it rainbowing for so long? Thank you so much. I so appreciate that, guys. I'm trying to find the... Oh, there it is. There we go. So this... Yeah. So this... Oh, dude, thank you so much. You guys are super kind. Thank you for keeping the hype train going. That means a lot to me. I was a little nervous about this month. So this is 100K, right? And if you look here, the amazing Hunter, who is Shenanigan's husband, has helped to design more stickers. So if anybody gets to 250K, which is an option down there, you'll get a different sticker. So that's pretty cool. If you like stickers, by the way, I have you'll get this one. Nope, this one. If you're on coffee, and then if you do this one, you'll get it if you're on coffee, which is the official ninja. You'll get to be an official ninja. But thank you guys for doing that. I appreciate the hype. That's awesome. You're better the best. Halfway there for the 100K. Nice. Well, I super appreciate it. And one of the things I think, if you guys are going to, if you're a creator and you want lurkers, one of the things I think you got to do is make sure you reward the lurkers. We learned this in class, right? If you want it to happen, you need to reward it. It's one of the ways that you get things done is you reward what you want to happen. And so therefore, if someone's lurking, they can still win prizes, right? So if I do a spin, the lurkers are entered automatically so that you don't have to be here. You can just be lurking. Close to 1 million, only 988,000 away. Well, you can. Should I just stay on? That's what we do. For Art Pibble's sake, I'm going to continue to stream until he hits the 100K. All right. How long will that be? Probably a while, I would think. Yeah. Thank you, Samus, and thank you, Ukulele, and thank you so much. Much appreciated. You're going for the 250K, Jones. See? That's exactly right. There you go. Thank you, Pineapple. Very cool of you. Very cool of you guys. You're 95.9. Oh, hey, you're getting there. Actually, the ukulele... See, Ukulele says, do you redeem... Oh, hey, wow, thank you. We did it. Level 2. Thank you so much. Lady Gun, that was super nice of you. Ukulele said, do you redeem the 250 or do you save up for the... Or redeem the 250 or save for 500? It's tough. What we said last time, I think, was that if you get the 500 or the 250, you should automatically get the one below that, right? But, which makes sense to me. But 100K is hard to get to. It really is. I know. Well, that's it, Pineapple, right? And that's the other thing. You got the channel redeems, and like you can't do the fun stuff if you're saving all your points. And there are weeks I only stream 12 hours, which is not enough, right? It's got to be a longer stream than that. Otherwise, yeah, 9%. Oh, poor Samus. That's not enough to get through the day. At a non-sub rate, I think it would take 800 hours. That's a lot of hours. That's a lot of hours, man. If I math correctly, which I probably didn't. Yeah, that's how I math too. This is my best guess based on all of the skills of math that I have. So take it for what it's worth. Dragon Daddy, we're at 63K. Wow, that's pretty close. I better write down that Chovy gets one, or I'm going to forget. So, if you guys were wondering, when I'm happy to do AMA. AMA, Ask Me Anything. I am 100% open for Ask Me Anything. My job here is more chat than anything else. Obviously, we can go into a game if you want. But if you want, I mean, you guys are the level 2 hype train. I can do whatever you guys want. If you have an AMA, Ask Me Anything. I'm willing to do it. Otherwise, we can jump into the game Hob. Well, that's not a question. Do I have any, or what do I think of them, Samus? Because those are two different questions. Chovy, 100K. That's what I was gonna do. How do I draw it? I forgot how to draw a K. Tattoos. Well, why don't I just answer both? I don't have any tattoos. I do. There is one that I want. I'll show you. Totally have optional AMA. Nah, dude. AMA. Go for it, man. 100%. I'm going to show you the actual tattoo that I want because I actually designed it. See if I can find it. I know where it is. Dream Graphics. I think it's the old Late Night Council. Yeah, I used to be called Late Night Council. Did you know that? About 1 million years ago? This one here. Hob is a cool game. It is really. See, I played it a long time ago, and it was a lot of fun. But the problem is, I got stuck. So I ended up not being able to continue, and I just kind of gave up. But it's been on my mind for a long time because it's a really pretty game and it's really interesting and it's got lots of puzzle aspect. It's just kind of fun, and so like I want to come back to it. So this is the one that I want. It'll probably look more like like I guess not like that, but black, and very small. But I don't have any tattoos, and when it comes to tattoos, there's nothing wrong with getting a tattoo. So when the Bible talks about tattoos, it talks about them always in connection to temple worship or pagan worship or whatever, right? The way that it used to happen is that you'd get a marking on your body, whether it be an ear piercing or a tattoo, and it would show you it would show your connection to or your worship of a pagan god. It was so God's like, don't do that. Worshiping pagan gods bad, and don't worship me like that. People aren't going to understand about the idea of you got a tattoo for that. It's not what I want. Don't get a tattoo for me, right? That's not. Don't. It had nothing to do with the marking of the body, the marking of the temple of God, or any of that jazz that people keep coming up with. It's a religious pagan thing. Don't do religious pagan stuff. And so, if you want a tattoo that's decorative, or you want a tattoo that's funny, or whatever. Thank you for the hype train, everybody. That was really kind of you. If you then go nuts. There's nothing wrong with that, right? There's nothing wrong with that. I think there's a lot of things that you need to think about before you do it, because what are you into now that you were into? Like, what are you into now that you were into 10 years ago? What do you have? What are you interested in, like that permanently? If it's a meme, why would you do that to yourself? What is it going to do for your reputation? Are you going to be around people that aren't going to understand? have you done the research to know whether or not it has any other kind of meaning that you maybe don't know? Is it something that you're doing for fun? Are you trying to make yourself feel better about yourself and therefore permanently marking yourself because you're having an emotional problem and you probably not the best way to deal with it? Like, there's a lot of different things that you got to think it through. But there's nothing actually wrong with it. Do you think that, Aristotle says, do you think that communism is mostly similar to the philosophy of Judas Iscariot, seeing as they both claim to want to help the poor but truly intend to steal from the offering box? I mean, I guess. Like, I don't think Judas Iscariot necessarily had a philosophy, because the implication was he was never going to share, right? Which is kind of your point. I think communist or socialist philosophy, the idea of if we can get everybody together and everybody can work together in this utopia of everybody sharing is absolutely impossible, right? Absolutely impossible. It's human nature won't allow it. But I think you might be giving Judas Iscariot too much credit for thinking. He was just somebody who wanted to steal the money, right? He wanted access to it. He dipped into it for himself. He did things with it he wasn't supposed to do. He was just not cool with the money. It wasn't about sharing with anybody. The only reason that he said we should share it is because he wanted to have it in the bag so he could use it for himself, which is kind of, yeah, I see what you're saying with that, but I don't think there's a connection there. I think you can probably say that the people who are corrupt communist leaders or whatever are acting like Judas Iscariot in their hypocrisy of saying they want money for a good thing, but they are stealing it. But I don't see necessarily a connection there. Is it like with a robot arm or something? I got to check my Switch to see. Yes. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. He's got like a big old stone fist. Yep. Where you get a tattoo? That, honestly, if I were to get the tattoo, it would either be here, like on my shoulder, just above where my t-shirt goes, or just like if I'm wearing a t-shirt, it would be covered by the t-shirt, because otherwise, whatever, questions. Or I would get it like this kind of area, right here, near where my heart is. The only other place that I've ever thought of is either wrist or on my sort of ankle area. But I'm too scared of needles and hepatitis to actually do it, right? Like it's not, I can get a needle. It's just I don't want permanent like disease. I can't do it. I can't make myself go to a place I've never been to have the guy tattoo me with the risk of freaking hepatitis. No, thank you. I can't do it. Can't make myself submit to that. As I understand it, pagan religious symbols, rituals were drivers for several of the OT rules. Yeah, no, exactly. Well, it's for many of them, like especially the ones that we misunderstand now, like, yeah. Or ones that were specifically symbolic of the purity and the difference of being a member of the Jewish race, or like the people of God, right? The non-mixing of fabrics is one that people bring up all the time as being like, it's such a goofy rule, blah, blah, blah. No, it's God going, you guys are meant to be my people. Do not infect yourself with a bunch of pagan and external influences. Don't mix yourself with pagans. That's the whole lesson. What's a good reminder of that? Don't mix your cloths. That's the whole point. All of those external things. Keep your hands washed, and make sure you do whatever ritual and go camping once a year. All that stuff is to be a reminder, physical, always reminder of God's covenant with Israel and how special it was. It's not about the fabric. That's just an example. It's like an illustration. Crawfish tattoo would be pagan. I mean, depending on if you're worshiping the crawfish. Shenanigans. That's why I don't have a tattoo yet. I think they're cool. I knew one guy. He literally was part of the IRA, in the Irish Republican Army. Is that a Irish reform? The IRA. And he had like big old King George tattoo on him, and then he couldn't go on airplanes anymore. And so he had to wear long sleeves everywhere he went. Don't tattoo parlors have to be licensed? They do, but they still mess up. In Canada. Thank you to whoever that was. In Canada, we actually had somebody who, like, we've had two things in Ottawa, like around here. One, there was a person who was doing, I think it was like rectal exams, like checking people, shoving tubes up various orifices, and they weren't bothering to clean it. So they went through like 600 people or something like that, and they ended up infecting so many people just because they weren't sterilizing properly. And there was someone who got caught. They ran a sperm bank, and they just, for whatever reason, they just only used their sperm, and they just gave it to all these women. There's like a bunch of kids out there. They're all by the same husband, by the same man, because this guy was being immoral. Like, so yeah, they're all supposed to be licensed, and they're all supposed to know what they're doing. Doesn't mean they do, right? And if I go there and I end up with some permanent disease, I'd be like, well, that wasn't worth it. And Euclid's point, if you're going to go for it, pay a bunch of money for it. Yep. And again, yes, they legally have to, but that doesn't mean that they do. So yes, go pay a bunch of money for it. You get the word hepatitis. and if you don't get it, you get them to cross it out. Yeah. I wonder if I would agree to get a tattoo with the tattooist. With my tattooist gave me. I wonder if they would agree to tattoo you with my tattooist gave me hepatitis. No. What? I heard mixing fabrics also prevented static fires while they were in the desert. Okay, I mean, sure. I don't know that one. I've never heard that one, so why not? But I always thought pagan worship of tattoos was getting dead things like memorial. But I guess I don't know enough about that. Well, again, motives in the Bible matter so much more than the actions, right? Yes, actions are important, right? But why you do what you do is far more important. The heart behind it, love covering a multitude of sins. What's your reasoning for why you were doing what you were doing? And so therefore, tattoo, right? Tattoo. Why? Why are you doing it? What's going on in your head? What's going on in your heart? What's going on in your relationships? What's going on in your spirit? I know plenty of people who have said, I want to get a tattoo because I want everybody to look at me, know that I'm a Christian, and maybe they'll start conversations with people so that I can use it as an evangelistic outreach. And I'm like, that sounds arrogant, right? That sounds like I'm making an excuse to get a tattoo that I want because I've always wanted a tattoo, and I'm finding a Christian way to do it. Like, it doesn't sound like you are being genuine. It sounds like you want a tattoo and you're finding a way to get it and using Christian mumbo jumbo in order to justify it. Your motives matter. I didn't get help, but I've issues with my lobe holes and eventually just stopped wearing earrings. Oh, that's a bummer. I had 2 piercings right here and here. And unfortunately, they both closed up. So I can't wear earring anymore. You had that too, Virginia? Okay, yeah. Or VA in Veterans Affairs? Either way, that's bad. Yeah, my ears are fine now. Okay, that's good. Totally get that. Canada has medieval medicine confirmed. Can you get cocaine for the ghosts in your blood? Well, you start with cocaine. That's obviously the beginning, but it's then the bloodletting happens afterward, right? That's it. You got to remember the bloodletting. Bible says the body is a temple. Can you put graffiti on the church and message matter? Yeah, but yes, you can put graffiti on the church. Why? What's the motive? What are you doing it for? If you were in a downtown place and you had a church building and you wanted to demonstrate your love for the artistic community, and you brought the local artists to be able to draw something that would connect to the community and honor them in a very specific way that uses the art medium of graffiti on the side of the building. Yeah. What's wrong with that? Superstitious stabbing a tattoo of Mary in prison. Is that a thing? Yeah, no regrets. Or no rugrats. Yeah, exactly, that too. Like super, because if you tattoo your kids, it's never gonna come out the way that you want it to look. Never. Superstitious of stabbing a tattoo of Mary in prison. I've never heard of that one. Never, ever, ever. I don't know what that is at all. You had a pierced ear, took it out in the military? Okay. I've never thought of getting a tattoo, but I never could justify the reason for it. Or I've thought about it, so I've never done it. Yep, you got to think it through. Usually hear the word cocaine, immediately start humming. Yeah, when you got it. Yeah. So when does the sacrificing to the demon spirit happen? That happens before. Like, that's the doctor's job. They do that beforehand. It's all covered by the medical by Canadian healthcare. I don't have to be part of that. I'd come after. That's my point. Not bad to get a tattoo. Yeah, exactly. Okay, there you go. Tattoos are just so dang expensive. I buy snacks and video games instead. Tattoos are temporary. Video games are forever. I almost got a tattoo of the paper giants from Pilgrim's Progress on my arm. Oh, really? That's cool. Why can't I remember paper giant. I remember the giants in Doubting Castle. What paper giants? I've only read that book like a dozen times. Am I just... What? Were they made of paper? They couldn't have been. I know someone has a plate of pancakes as a tattoo. It's symbolic of something. Exactly. There's a story here. No, I just like pancakes. That's usually what you get. Donnie says, originally I wanted to get both arms sleeved. One arm was going to be verses and religious imagery, and the other side was going to be worldly stuff. Kneeling Abel on the first side, Cain with a rock on the other. Dang, that sounds intense, bro. Cain with a rock. It's an expensive one-way thing, more expensive temporary thing than you have it removed, yeah. Yeah, I don't know how much it costs to get a tattoo removed, but I'm guessing that it's not cheap. I assume it's symbolic of something. Yeah, exactly, right? Just, I like pancakes. That's the symbol. The paper giants were in the house of the interpreter and only existed in the unabridged version. Okay, yeah, I don't remember that. Exactly. Okay, all right, good. I didn't think I'd read the abridged version. Sorry, I have to look something up now. Paper giants. Pilgrims. Progress. Really? See, I have the one from Desiring God, and that came up first. I'm going to click. Okay, I'm going to... I don't know. I'm not calling you. I don't know what it is. Oh, amplified version. I've never heard of that before. There's an amplified version. Cool. Man in the Cage. Scott. Okay, cool. Cool. I didn't know that. Neato. Inspired by Forerunners, half of my blood. Oh, interesting. Oh, my four F-O-R-E. Okay, yeah. I got you. The ones who came before you. Miss Shigatsu. Hi, Miss Shigatsu. I got a tree of life tattooed in the middle of my back after I nearly died in the hospital, but didn't. Didn't. I'm like, and then didn't. Yep, makes sense. That tracks. And then had a coming to God moment and came to see how we're all interconnected. We're all part of each other, and we need to love each other as God has loved us. That's cool. I mean, the tree is a very, very potent illustration. A lot of places. Yeah. Goes to heaven. It's got roots. It's got fruit. It's got branches. Yeah. Tree, very, very, very potent illustration. I must have read, I read well, mine had pictures and it had about 12 pages long. Was that the one that you read? No? Quarter way, how to read through the Bible for all it's worth. Very interesting read. Even from a secular perspective. Yeah, we had that in college. I first saw the book in college. It was actually a required reading. I've heard of removing a tattoo is more painful to getting a tattoo itself. Well, the way I've seen it online, like the videos, is just they blast it with a laser across. And I imagine that's like gotta be a scar. It's gotta be something. It's not just disappearing and doing nothing. You're blasting lasers into your arm. Is that true, Dragon? I did not know that. That's cool. Oh, it's a band called Forerunner. Oh, I've never heard of that. Really? Oh, interesting. Ermensul. I'm going to leave Dragon Daddy Bear's comment because I don't know what he's talking about. Sounds like something from Lord of the Rings, though. Aristotle online says, Christian and the interpreter came up to the table and saw scholars debating among themselves, baiting in front of a sign-up table. They debated vigorously every point of doctrine. One named Braveheart walked past the scholars and the clerk. Sign my name into the book, he said. I've read that. I read that. Wait a sec. Well, I'm thinking of the end. I'm thinking of when they get to the end and they get to the table at the end, and some dude is like arguing, and then one guy walks past. Right? Yeah, maybe. What do I know? Okay. I clearly need a break. It's 2:15 and I haven't taken a break yet. I should probably take a break soon because my brain is no longer working. I'm not tracking conversations anymore. I also got my ears pierced when I was 6 because my dad wanted my mom to get her ears pierced so that if he ever just needed her to get her a gift, he had no other ideas. He could buy her earrings. I mean, okay. Wow. All right. That's one way to do it. I mean, there are cultures in the world. I can't remember which ones, but that one of the ways that you show love to your spouse is by covering them in gold and jewels and stuff like that. Because if I'm looking at this wrong, if you kick out your wife, like you divorce your wife, she takes with her whatever she's wearing, right? And so therefore, if you give them lots of stuff, you're saying, I'll never kick her out because she has all my stuff. Okay, you guys are talking Lord of the Rings. Cool. I will stay out of that because I'm not smart enough. Yeah, Dad didn't want our ears pierced, so he told me I had to wait till I was 18. Then my mom went with me and got my ears pierced, so I didn't have to do it alone. Oh, that's fun. That's cool. Haida and Genshin is tied to Irminsul. Y'all are smarter than me. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Done some research into that. Getting a tattoo. Okay. Could it be removed? Okay, yeah. Another worry would be they screw it up, right? Like, draw this, and then they don't. Like, how many bad tattoos have you seen? Okay. Thanks, Don. Maybe throw that up in the old taco Discord and share it with everybody. My brother got his ears done for his 18th. My dad was big mad. I got my belly button pierced on my 18th. My sister got a tattoo on your 18th. Like everybody went nuts on their 18th birthday and did whatever they wanted. That's funny. Yeah, right. Surf's up. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. I mean, literally. Plus, how hard would it be to walk around with piles of gold on you? That was sweet of her. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, you know what? I do need a break. I'm sorry. I've been here for a while. I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to go maybe 10 minutes kind of tops. Going to go have a little food, come back. And when I come back, you guys have been chatting so much. I'm more than happy to slip back into chat and just keep talking. Or if you guys want to lurk or whatever, that's great. And we can just slip into a game. But you guys are being awesome in your conversation. So this is really, really helpful. If you have been enjoying the stream so far, this would be a really good time for you to like email or text or send my link off to somebody saying, hey, I had fun today and it was pretty cool. You should come and join this guy. Or if you know some folks who are part of churches or ministries or pastors or whatever, I am looking for more supporters for coffee. Check out my coffee link. It's got lots of fun stuff under it. And other than that, I'm going to take a quick break. You guys are talking so much, I don't want to miss any of it, but I got to step out for just a little bit. Thank you for being awesome. Thank you for the hype train. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all the support. You guys are so awesome. You really energized me today. It really, really helped. I'll be back in a bit. So, did you guys decide what we're doing? Are we going to AMA or are we jumping into the game? Because I'm happy to jump into the game and I'm happy to keep chatting if you want to. I don't know if I missed anything. Hey, Willpug's here. Did he show up? Did Willpug show up? Lurking? Oh, he got a lurk. All right, fire out. How's Zach today? How you doing, my friend? We can always do both. Why don't we lurk? Why don't we hob and talk? Hob and talk. That's what we're gonna call it today. I'm okay-ish. It's rough times where I am, and it's difficult in a lot of ways. So hold on, let me see if I can get you guys some audio. How's that? You got audio? You do. I may have a present. May have sent you a present on Twitter. You really did? Aw. I will look at it right now. Although Hob's in the way. Give me a second. Everybody has to just kind of pause for a moment. For a mo. Pause for a mo. Okay, I'll share this. So, this is from Zach, Mr. Zach Lee. For those who keep using all their points, you get the 0K sticker. I should make a 0K sticker. That's actually kind of hilarious. I'll put it on the store. Then you guys can just buy it yourself. The we only use all of our points all the time sticker. I love that. Oh no, it's all right. My bad. Incidentally, if I'm ever on the game screen, if I'm ever on the game screen, like I was before, and you just see my big stupid face, all you have to do is hit the exclamation point Embiggen, EMBIGGEN, and it'll take you to the main screen. You'll be able to, it'll get bigger. And the first sticker goes to, yeah, no kidding, Dragon. How many points do you even have, Dragon? I bet it's not very many. You use a lot of points. I bet it's under 1,000. Whoop! Oh yeah. If you make your points and you bring your points, you're gonna get something real special from those points. I don't know what though. Embiggen, E-M, as in Michael, Embiggen, E-M-B-I-G-G-E-N, and it'll make it bigger. All right. Okay, I am looking around. I see. Okay, here. I just started wiggling the right stick because I want to look around like every other game. You could look around, and I totally am not able to look around. This is what we get. So I'll show you where we are in the game. See if I can even remember. Oh, calm down there, buddy. This is the map. Okay, so I'm gonna. I've done a lot. I'm silent. I bet he's down to 0 now. All right, so this is a game called Hob. Hob is very fun. Like he's a cool character. He's got like a cool fist. You can hit him with stuff and you can do neat things. I've forgotten all the buttons, but it's complicated. Essentially, if you look at here, you wander around and you go to different lands, unlocking stuff. You do this before this, before this, before this, and you can do all kinds of you open up the lands by doing various tasks. Right now, I'm stuck, so I need to get to. Where's the get to thing? I can't find it. Oh yeah, there it is. I see these things right here. I need to get to that. That was for Dragon. Oh, thank you so much. It is. It's a very Keyblade-ish looking thing. You're absolutely right. It's got absolute Kingdom Hearts vibes. So my problem though is that I can't figure out a way to get there. So I just keep checking the map, and there I am, and I need to get like up. Actually, no. See that? Okay, now I remember. See the blinking diamond right there? That blinking diamond is where I'm trying to get to. That's the next mission. I need to find that blinking diamond. I can't find any other blinking diamonds anywhere else. That's the next part of the game. And I am completely and totally buffaloed. That's where I'm stuck. I don't know how to get there. So I'm just going to go down and to the left, and we'll see if we can find. This might be the quickest gameplay you've ever seen, simply because I don't know how to get anywhere. Is there a map? Can I have a map of any kind? Like, there's no game map. I've been playing way too much Genshin, because all games are Genshin to me now. Okay, yep, you can climb up. So there we are. We're getting there. Calm down, boys. Okay, so if I recall, I can get around this way. Oh, maybe I can't. No, I did that wrong. Ah, crud. This is where, okay, so if y'all want to help, it's so cool. Like, the game is really cool looking. I need to get past all that purple. I'll show you what I mean. So down here is the purple, and I need to get past it to get to that red thing. So these are red. I'm not even close, but we're gonna. I'll show you. I'm starting to remember. It's getting there. Oops, scary thing. It's all very dangerous, but I can't get past it. And right here, so if you look there, if I were to be able to get there, see the little glowing, I don't know, heart thing? I think it could move me forward in the game, but there's so much purple all the way around. And I'm trying to find a way through. Like, is it through the water? Can I swim? What if I swim? That's the hard part. So let's see if we can jump in the water. Okay, where am I? We can jump in the water. Let's go all the way down, maybe, and jump in the water. Problem is, in the water, there's monsters. Like, everywhere. Everything about this game is trying to kill me, like, non-stop. If I recall, there is a monster. Oh. Ow! Calm down, plant. Nope. Apparently that's not compatible. It's so mean. Like, it just smacks you with for no reason. I did nothing wrong except for walk past them. Give me a break. And if I can get over there, then I'm doing all right. So that's obviously not the right way to go. I wish I had a map. Maybe there is a map and I just don't know how to get there. Game. Difficulty gore on. Absolutely. We want all the gore we can possibly handle. Interact icons, camera shake. No, there's no map. Grr. Ow. Yeah, and that's funny. I know exactly, right? You just keep using the points. But if you don't use them, sorry, my brain is fuzz right now. But yeah, if you don't use the points, you get the sticker. But if you do use the points, then you get more fun stuff. All right, Where am I now? Way off the beaten trail. Thank you for nuking the stream once again. How did I get there before? I'll be darned if I can remember. I'm pretty sure I gotta be over here, though. You can teleport. That's an option. I don't remember the buttons. Ooh, a shield. Forgot I had that. Here to help. Yo, Aristotle, if you've got something for me to go to, you know what we should do? You know what? Screw it. I'm going to look online. But except I don't know where I am. I don't actually know how to. I don't know how to ask the question. Like, can I click on stuff? You can't even click on that. I don't know how to ask where I am. Forget it, Dad. We'll just keep banging our head against this game. I knew this was going to happen. This was actually part of the plan. Was being completely buffaloed, because this is exactly where I was before. Alt F4 is my favorite cheat code, dude. I did that. I Alt F4'd for a year. I haven't been back to this game for a solid year because I was so stuck. And I thought, you know what, today, because I've had such a frustrating, difficult time lately, what better to make me feel better than to play a game that is utterly frustrating to me and that I feel absolutely no sense of accomplishment in. All right, that's just a big hole. Let's see if we can get around. Maybe there's a way around. Hello. Are you a bad guy? No, that's my friend. He's the one who woke me up back in the beginning of the game. I am nowhere and everywhere. That's actually quite profound and very true. I think I'm just getting farther away from where I want to be. I really am. Yep, I am. Nope, it's bad. Because if I go up and around there, I will be lost. Will I be able to find a river? I just had an apostrophe. If those are teleporters, right? If that's a teleporter, and can I teleport inside? I think it is a teleporter. Let's go to one. Go from the top of the map? Well, that's the thing, right? So if like up here, there's distinct sections, so it'll stop you because you have to get like a teleport thing just to get across. But I'm thinking now, just on the off chance, so I'm over here and I'm close to a teleporter. If I can go and get into that exact one, the one that's right in the middle, maybe that's my secret. Maybe that's what I'm doing wrong. I was overthinking. All right, teleporter. Here we go. Were they doing anything? No. Were they in my way? No. Did they have to die? Yes. That's part of the shtick, is that you can only clear the purple stuff is if you do the little mission. That you know you've won that area when the purple stuff goes away by beating whatever the little boss is. I am. I'm just indiscriminately killing things. That's what I'm doing. Okay, here we go. See, now we're inside the area we want to be. That's a step forward. Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me. And now we come around. Cool. I'm feeling good about this. Right across there. That's the spot. You see that? That circle right there? That's where I need to be. Let's go down and see what happens. Is there... Like, do I need to empty this water, maybe? Ooh, this is feeling promising. I'm getting somewhere. It all feels deeply familiar, though. Dang it. All right, how do I get there? Jump? Sideways jump? This is the secret. I've decided this is exactly how to get there. I mean, I know I'm a dragon, but not all dragons are mean. True enough. Okay, come on, jump. Take the leap, man. Actually, I don't think there's anything over there, now that I think about it. Like, there's only just a robot sitting there. Ah, I got there. Let me up. I can feel the viewers leaving. I can sense their frustration, and it's not even close to mine. We're gonna just keep doing this until we quit. No, maybe not. Let's find somewhere else to be. There's got to be. See, once all these things go away, I'm good to go. But we have to beat a plant in order to get it. The only way to get it is to beat a plant. Oh, see, this section is broken, and I don't know why. There, now it works. Hi, Blue Shroom. Let's make to the rim shot for you again. There we go. It works. See, I fixed it. It feels so close, you know what I mean? Like, it feels so close. That little metal thing. What does that even mean? See how I'm like on top of a metal thing right now? Trying to get to 0 points. You're hilarious. Send me a screenshot of your 0 points, right? And we'll send you a sticker. Is that how we're gonna do it? Am I gonna drown? Or am I being sucked in here for a reason? Is this a place to go? No. Teeny Lamb Gone, thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it very much. I thought that would be the way to go. It is not the way to go. There, inside there. That's what I need to get to. But how do I get there? Maybe I have to get rid of the purple stuff, and the only way to get rid of the purple stuff is to beat the big flower. There's a big flower on there somewhere that I have to smack in the face. Wouldn't that be funny? That actually, I like that idea. I actually really do like that idea. Shit. If you can get to exactly 0 points. Actually, I mean, everybody can do that, right? Every single person can get to 0 points. Exactly, right? It's not an incentive. So can I get up these trees? No. Can I smack the trees? Nope. Gotta be a way to do this. I think if I was able to get on top of that, I might actually be able to get somewhere. But how do you get on top? You'd think that these little things would be grabbable, but they're not. There's got to be a way to do it. Today is the day that we figure it out and progress in Hob. Hell or high water. Whoop! Bad area. I'm in. I got up. Did I win? Okay. Okay. Can I make... Is that a jump I can even make? I almost made it. I think that's what I have to do. Make a crazy jump. Wait, no, that's all just the way back home. Legend of Zelda and Kingdom Hearts have merged. And, like, a healthy dose of actually, no, Legend of Zelda. Because of all the pushing things around and... Yo, thank you, Donnie.
1 year, let's go.
Yo, 1 year, 12 months. That means, watch, next time Donnie does a comment, he will get a different... Oh, no, he already did. You got your little ninja. Isn't that cool? This is a game called Hob, Nurse. It's very cool. And what's cool about it is that like, as you open areas, everything moves. Like, the whole point... Hob is a person who... Like, technically, like, the definition is a person who creates cogs. Like, cogs and gears and stuff like that. And so this guy... That's what this game is all about. It's like moving gears and moving around pieces to make stuff happen. Unfortunately, I've been stuck for a year. So I'm thinking that surely there's a way to get around, right? Come on. Yeah. Obviously it's not that way. Okay. Am I even in a different spot? I can't even tell. Have I been here before? Who's to know? This feels different, although my brain is not the most memorable thing in the world. Up we go, up we go. Do not hit me, little big monster there. Run away! I'm getting somewhere. Right? Does this feel like I'm getting somewhere? Yeah? So if I missed the, that thing, whatever that is, the thing that's surrounded by purple, that looks like the thing I'm supposed to get to, and I don't know how to. I need a map. Okay, let's go down. Almost there. Oh, hey, what are you? Oh, that's it. That's the big scary thing. I'm supposed to hit that. Okay. Okay, I am further ahead. See that big purple blob? Well, maybe it would be, Dragon, maybe it'd be like get to 100 and then get all the way back down to a 0, and I'll send you the got back down to 0 sticker. That'd be kind of fun. Okay, I need to get to the other thing. So there's something that actually attacks that bubble to open him up so I can smack him around a little bit. I'm guessing that he's close. That's it. That's the thing. Watch this. We did it. Watch, 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 watch. Please do the thing. Do the thing, do the thing, do the thing. Yeah! Smack, 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 smack. X. Ah! Rip it! Face off! That took 1 year, everybody. I cannot believe it. Let's celebrate by eating a butterfly. Okay, that felt good. Now, to go to the place that I need to be. I'm so excited. How do I do that exactly? Actually, you're right. That's actually a very good point. Ta-da! A warp zone. It's all opening up now. I'm such a good boy. Wait, no. That's... I think I'm going away from where I need to be. Should I swim? No, I don't think I should swim. Just go up and around. That was half the frustration of this level, was that I just couldn't... Getting around was such a pain. And I don't like the fact that it doesn't have a map. I gotta keep checking that stupid map all the time. Alright, alright, alright. I'm there, I'm almost there. Why are you still got stuff on you? Okay. If I recall, I need to go up. Right? I was on top. At some point, I was on top of all this. Just gotta remember how to get there. Hello? Are you... You're a bad guy? I will not talk to that one till we find someone else to be, because I don't want to die. Yeah, that's just the same place we were before. Okay, we can go around. We're gonna go around. No problem. The sword, this character reminds me, I would like to have a custom keyblade. You can, I have a 3D printer, right? And if you get a 3D printer and like a ton of patience and a little bit of know-how, you can make quite a cool keyblade or all sorts of cosplay stuff. You really can. Oh, hello. Somewhere I've never been. Is this an arm? I'm on fingers. Now what do I do? Okay, I like this. Whoop, nope, dead. Shoot. At least I fell in water. I mean, yeah. I don't know if it's better that I landed in wooden ladder, because if I would have landed and died, it would reset me back where I was. Although I would rather maybe not be lost. I do get lost pretty easy. Okay, let's go make that jump better. We'll do better on that jump. Nope. Leap. Wait, is that a split? What's that? Okay. Oh, that is a big fist. I just realized it's two different fists. That's kind of cool, I guess. Unless it comes to life and tries to kill me. Then that's less cool. No, I did not accomplish anything doing that. All right. By the right tools, I could probably make you a real one, like actual metal. Yeah, that would be cool. But honestly, no, that would be a lot of metal. You know what I'm saying? Like a ton of metal. Can I get up there? I can't get up there. No, no point in getting up there. Okay. Whoop, 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 whoop. Jump. No, 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 no. He's gonna fall off again, and it's gonna be all my fault. Oh, that's why I gotta go up and around over here, and fall off. Ow! Or do I? Fiddlesticks. Maybe I didn't need to do that. Oh, no, I've already been down there. Grr, I thought for sure. I'm like, all done. I've got it. I've nailed it. No reason for me to think any further. Let's just turn the brains off and move forward. Completely making this up as I go. Okay, red dot. Are you happy now, red dot? That's where I'm trying to get to, over there. Not like I can make the leap. All the way around? Is that a jump I need to make? I don't think I do. No, I don't need to make that jump. Let's try it anyway, because if I go down, I've already been down there. Does this lead me anywhere? No. Wait, what is that? See that arm to the right, top right there? Like there's like a little bit of... Oh, that's heading totally the wrong direction. I gotta get on top of that hand. That is the right way to go. See how it kind of curves around there? Like it goes left and then jump and then right and on the hand. I bet I have to get onto that right hand somehow. Okay, all right. How do I do that? I bet that's why there's a bad guy over here, because it's somewhere I've never been. Rock and roll. That guy's gonna absolutely kill me, isn't he? You get out of the way. Thank you. Perfect. Yeah, I'm just gonna not talk to you anymore. Bye. Thank you for your cooperation. Perfect. I'm getting up the fingers. There's something. That is obviously going to become a ladder at some point. But it's got to, I got to do things the hard way now. Guys, help me. Yeah, you. Do a magic thing. Oh. Maybe I didn't do enough down there. Well, you think it would be though? Like after, if you went from 100 down to 0 again, do you think it would be tricky to get there? I think you'd have to pay a lot of attention. Okay. Not that way. Ow. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm dead. Ow. That's my blood. Okay. Why do they have armor? And what am I supposed to do about it? I think I have 1,000,000 health. because I'm doing this really badly. Doggone it. There we go. All the grape juice fell out. Thanks for redeeming. You want a surprise channel point for redeeming? No. Oh, actually, that's true. No, you make a really good point. You would go down to 0 immediately. Okay, who learned how to play the game? Me, that's who. All right, rad. So I grabbed this thing and I put it over there. My guess is that there's something else I gotta like turn on. Ooh, look at all the health. Gimme, 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 gimme. Oh, there we go. This looks like a machine of some consequence. Nope.
Dumb ways to die.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Dumb ways to die. Dumb ways
I'm doing great.
to die. So many dumb ways to die.
Or did you play that for them? You played that for them, not for me. That looks important. Advanced warning. I know. Yeah, that looks like a machine. I don't know what it does. Let's climb on it. Yeah, that does sound like something dumb to do. These little balls, they look like they're supposed to do something. Let's keep looking for more stuff you gotta shove into stuff. Ooh. That sounds like a monster. Is that a monster? Did you hear that? You hear that clomping, slomping, blomping bumper? That's what they're technically called. I hear a bad guy. Right? You hear it too? Somewhere down there? Yep. There's a bad guy right there. Which means I have to get down to him. Probably. Do I have to, hold on, maybe this may be like a Smarty Pants puzzle where I have to like do something in a certain order. Right, like I did this and I shoved that in here and it goes up, which is good. But, oh, and that was the way around. So I need 2 of those. What? Is there another one surrounded somewhere? I don't even know what they look like. This is a puzzle. This is for smart things. Oh wait, you're right. I made a ladder. I didn't need that stupid extra thing. You're so smart. And this way. Big jump. Whoa, nope, not what I meant to do. Now I don't know where I am. Okay, that's all right. I think. Am I close to where I'm supposed to be? I don't even know. No, I'm way off the beaten track now. Yeah, I know. I honestly, I didn't even give it a second thought. I'm like, of course I'm gonna hit this. What are you talking about? I don't even need to think about jumping. And then I really probably should have thought about jumping. Dear game developers from 10 years ago, could you please put a map in the top corner so I don't have to keep doing that? Okay, this time for sure. Ooh, okay. Did I get anywhere I'm supposed to be? That's the thing. Okay, I remember this part of this is about the game. Is that you just when you think like you're getting to where you're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna get to the fingers now. You have a whole nother thing you gotta do. Yup, and in we go to the scary place where the monster is. Yep. Camera change. Do I have to hit each other? How do I make them die? Come on, boys. Whoop! That's the stuff. Yep, that's not working. I'm sure there's something they're supposed to hit that I just can't see. Like this? He's supposed to hit this thing over here? This camera angle is brutal. And you can't change it. Run away! That was fun. Why am I floating? Stop flying! What? Did I die? I think the game did that. That wasn't my fault. I didn't. No way. That does not count as a died. That counts as a game glitch. Whoa. I think I just respawned. It doesn't count. I didn't die. I just respawned. There's your t-shirt of the day. Gamers don't die. They just respawn. How about them apples? All right. At least I got there quick. That counts for something. Hello, boys. Excuse me. Hello. Oh, sorry. Pay no attention to me. Run away! Oh, I'm not doing that right. Okay. You are so ugly. Holy macaroni. Okay, all the bad guys are killed. That's what matters. I came, I saw, I conquered. Now what do I do? That blue thing looks like I'm supposed to touch it. Hello? Hello? I know it's in here. What do you want me to do, game? See that thing up there? I'm supposed to smack it. That blue thing right there, the little hand print. All I gotta do is hit that, and all of a sudden everything gets better. Are you a bad guy? Oh, I gotta kill one more bad guy. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Ow. That's it. See, the ladder runs on blood. If it doesn't get a sacrificial offering of carnage, It's not happy. Hey, lights! Now we're talking. I don't know. That kid that Elijah brought back from the dead, he did too. Am I still supposed to go down? I'm just gonna work my way back, just in case I, you know, gravity takes over again. It's not my fault, it's gravity's fault. All right, now we're talking. Okay, let's go back to where we were. All those little lights turned on. Yep, see a little light. And things are spinning. Look at that, spinning. Now we push the thingy with the thingy. See that cool? That's what I was hoping for. We still haven't been to the circle though. Like the, you know, the fingers at the end of the fingers. I haven't been there yet. Right? Isn't that neat, Samus? Like, it's a really cool looking game. That's why it was such a bummer when I wasn't able to play it anymore. I think I'm restoring the world. That's like, it's more of a someone went and turned all these things off and I'm just starting them back on again. Because I think at the very beginning, like I was just nowhere, like I was dead or something, and a robot came and woke me up and was like, "Hey, can you turn some stuff on? Here, ka-chunk, have my arm." And now I'm just running around turning stuff on. But that's all the story we got. Like there was no world needs a reboot. Yeah, exactly, Samus. Yes. Well, that was cool. I probably should have looked in there. Ooh, creepy area. What? No. Ugh, cheapers. Okay. Ladder. Fingers, more fingers. That's good, right? Okay, we're working our way across the fingers. Making the leap. Yeah, probably. Yes. I mean, it definitely has vibes from all those Zelda games. I'm there. I arrived. Please let me. Do I just fall in? I feel like I just fall in. Ow. All right, down the ladder of spookiness. All right, down to the other side of the ladder of spookiness. Neat. Oh, hit the X. That's it? All that for a ball? I just need to put a ball in my pocket? Come on. Really? What am I supposed to do with the ball? I really thought something was about to happen. Do I come this way? I kind of, oh. That was something. Get the ball, throw the ball. Yeah, I don't know. 2 hearts. I'll take them. I don't think I am where I'm supposed to be. This looks distinctly like where I'm not supposed to be. I don't know why I'm trying. Like I'm literally my head is moving so I can get a better angle on it. My brain is not happy with this camera angle. All right, I mean that was something, I guess. Let's go find something to put the ball in? Where do I put the ball? Is there, maybe the map will tell me. Where's my next diamond? Anybody see a diamond anywhere? I mean, we got arms and we got like big heads and stuff. Like they're all buildings, right? So yeah, we're definitely going to be making some kind of giant robot. The whole thing is probably going to end up turning into one big robot. Okay, okay, that's obviously an area I got to get to. That purple has not been cleared out yet. But it's not really giving me... Okay, you know what? We'll just keep going. Obviously there's some kind of thing I'm supposed to do. Can I get out of here? I can. Thing is, I don't want to go too far because I'll end up going to the wrong place. I don't think so. Like, okay, I got 6 of 7 balls. Actually, you're right. I do have 6 of 7 balls. You're right. You're absolutely right. Then you'd think the map would tell me where the next ball is. But I'm guessing that the next level to deal with is over there. But I don't see a little diamond. That's what it usually marks it with, a little diamond. Let's just see what happens when we work our way back. Oh, there is no way back. Fun. Yeah, see, I just don't want to make a bad decision here and end up having to redo a bunch of stuff. Ouch. Because once I fall off this cliff, there's no coming back. Can't go there. Ooh, wait a sec. Does it want me to dive? Well, I did. Nuclear bomb with sunglasses? Oh, that's so funny. Hold on, let me hover. You have wildly improved that emote. I love that. You got a good design. I was just thinking that today when I was looking at your tweets. That you got a really solid design eye. Your Twitter, whatever you'd call it, your Twitter picture is really good. All right, this is obviously not where it wants me to put the ball. You know, I already been in there. Okay, we're good. Yeah, why don't we just head over here then? Just head out and we'll see if there's anywhere that just screams, please put a ball in me. Up there's a long way. That's a long walk. Should we try to figure that out? Yeah, let's do that next. We'll teleport over there. Yeah, because it's not going to let me go this way. All right, that's cool. We solved everything. Everything and everyone has been solved. And we'll go over... Yeah, we'll go right inside, I guess. I have 1 channel point. Oh, that's so good. I think that's hilarious, dude. We must kill the purple. That is the mission. Although I think I need to go to the other teleporter. Let's go there. I already feel a sense of absolutely awesome accomplishment just from the fact that we were able to do so much already. Pardon me? Pardon me? Excuse me? No, pardon me. There's no reason to get upset. I'm just walking. None of this looks very, very good. Look at all the robot parts. Right? That's pretty crazy. Oh, yeah, let's definitely go in there. What? Okay, that's... Did you see the ball in the background? On the very top there, you'll see the thing that we're supposed to be popping with our little friend. Which is... I don't know where to get him. Oh, wow. Camera, you're not helping at all. Hello, I haven't been here yet. Okay, pardon me. Ouch. Okay, rough area. Fortunately, there's strawberries in all the grass, and all the strawberries make me back to alive. We need to kill more strawberries. Strawberries! Give me strawberries! Okay, there's something to punch. Not that way. This one's feeling more straightforward, but somehow I feel like it is a hallway so far. I'm just going like in one place. But is that enough? Is I going the right way? Hello. What do you do? I got 3 parts to a sword. That means I can go back to my main area, like literally my home, and I can get a sword. But that also tells me that I was totally going the wrong way, since that meant nothing in the grand scheme of things. I did. Totally Thanos stepped that guy. He done got dusted. Oh. If I smack trees, they give me strawberries too? Good to know. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gotta make this up now. Oh, I'm way off the beaten track. Okay. Maybe we gotta go up and around then. Yeah. Whoops. Let's, oh, I don't know what to do here. Maybe let's just fall off a cliff. That sometimes solves problems in video games. You ever noticed that? Are you a thing to hit? I got all excited. And all that was just the sword area. Okay, well. We didn't go this way yet. There's a reason for that. Oh, that's a really scary finger area. Okay. Calm down, fingers. I shouldn't cut any more grass. I might need that. All right. The camera angles are cool, but sometimes extraordinarily unhelpful. Oop, not gonna get me. Water. You're gonna make me swim. Ah, new area. Okay. Let's just climb, even though we have no reason to. Oh, I'm way up there. Okay. All right. All right. All right. I bet I need to go in that water. Let's just walk up here for a bit. You never know. I've already been here. All this stuff is done. Yep, it wanted me to fall in that water. Okay, let's just go back. And jump. Now we're swimming. Whoa! That was some serious current. Okay. I think I found a mini computer that is faster than your computer. No way. My computer's the fastest computer. And I'll fight anybody who says otherwise. Well, at least we got something. I hate it when they give you health so often. Ooh, 32 gig RAM. That's funny. What's the processor? All right. That didn't help. But at least I got something. I mean, I got an adventure reward. Don't hurt me, don't hurt me, don't hurt me, don't hurt me, don't hurt me. I haven't been here yet, have I? Nope, I have not. See, we're trying to find that little... Oh, hello. We're gonna turn these guys into pudding. Bah! Uh-oh. No, they're bad guys! They explode with fire! And poison. Cool. We're just gonna let that dissipate. I forgot about those guys, the deadly fart monsters. Okay. No touchy. I love it when they do that kind of camera angle thing. Very cool, right? Because that's really neat to show you what's going on. But ultimately unhelpful. Do I have to make a leap of faith here? I don't. Well, I didn't get the guy yet. See, okay, now I know how to get to him, but I can't do anything about it. Look. I need my little friend. Well, at least that's something. Where's my little friend? He's always in like a little bag, or like a bag, like a little cage. I bet he's over here. I don't remember this area. Hello. Stop coming at me. Was there something down here? Like, am I supposed to jump down there? I don't think they came from anywhere. We're just gonna pretend that that didn't happen. I'm sure shoving ice cubes in the machine will cool it down. That's funny. Yeah, Wholesome's right. You like water cooling, you're gonna love ice cooling. Wait, where am I now? And that's something, I guess. But I don't think I'm in the right area anymore. Like, I'm literally leaving. That's kind of spooky. Do I want to go that way? Well, one way to find out. Shh. That never happened. Wow, talk about backing me up a little ways. Holy mackerel. That tells me I totally left the area. That's where I was, and I don't think he's in here. Maybe I just didn't see? Like, do you see anywhere that's got like a creepy little cage? I don't. And it definitely wasn't over there. We tried all that. Okay. You know what? I think that's good for today. I think that's good for today. I am done streaming. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Let's find somebody we can raid out to. It is raining tacos. I hope it's raining tacos upside. Yeah, it automatically saves. I think we're good. I hope. Don't say that, Zach. You're gonna give me a heart attack. It's okay. I'm so good at the game now. I've memorized everywhere I can possibly go in order to. What other website do you go to that you could go to the main page and immediately get cussed at? Is there any other site, like other than maybe 4chan? Like, honestly, it's silly. Hi, this is Twitch. Frickety frack frack frick. Right? Like, I guess we go to Empress. Yeah, let's raid Empress. She's really cool. Zelda the Hobbit, KO. Ibby Chibi? Ibby Chibi. What's Ibby Chibi? I swear I've only raided her once, or him. I don't even know who that is. Okay, fine. Let's raid Ibby Chibi and come say hello. Yeah, I know. I haven't raided Asia in a long time. You know what? I'm gonna look and see what Save Point Min's doing. That's because we haven't rated him forever. He took class last time, and so if he's on doing something interesting, let's go say hello to him because he could always use a little support. He's trying so hard. Let's see what's going on. All right, yeah, let's come say hello to him. He's a cool guy. Yeah, yeah, exactly. We just know. We just remember. Exactly right. Dudes, thank you for coming here. Tomorrow's Taco Tuesday. Let's talk about some streamer stuff tomorrow. I like this song so much. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Or on the Discord.